All right, guys. Hello, hello, hello. First and foremost, thank you very much for being here. This is going to be session number 34 of Unlikely Heroes, our 5th edition Dungeons and Dragons game, which we run every week for the last 34 weeks. It's been fantastic so far. We're going to jump straight into it tonight. We ended last session right in the middle of a fight, so we're going to go ahead and pick back up in this crazy ape fight. But we're going to start with a little recap, and then we do unfortunately have some bad news to share tonight, so I'll make sure that gets discussed with the group openly. As you can see, we only have 4 players now. We did have a player drop out very suddenly and very randomly. So we'll discuss that just a little bit here in a moment, but, feel free to hang out. Remember that I do not pay attention to anything in chat while we play Dungeons and Dragons, because I give my players 100% of the attention. So without further ado, let's go ahead and dive on in. Okay. So, all right, let's go ahead and start off with just a couple of things real quick here. Okay. So, first of all, obviously we are down a person, and I know that I mentioned it in Discord, but just kind of make it publicly known. I did talk to Boo Boo very briefly earlier. He did not really confirm or deny anything one way or another, because he was really erratic when he popped into stream, and not a lot of what he said made sense. So I had actually messaged him and I was like, hey, I just want to make sure that what you said was legit and that you're leaving the game, like, effective immediately. The way that you were speaking, it seemed like you were either really, really, really drunk or just not in the right state of mind, because it was not, his speech patterns were nothing like what we normally see. And he said he did not confirm or deny whether he was not going to be here. He's obviously not here, so I'm assuming that means that he is officially 100% done. But he said that he was not drunk, that he was crying when he was typing everything. So while I am a little upset, more so that I wasn't given any legitimate notice about it, Candace and I had a conversation literally Friday morning and a few times throughout the week, because we noticed he had not been around in Discord or anything, and I was like, he's gonna be gone within the next 3 or 4 games, period. I guarantee it. And unfortunately, it was way sooner than I had anticipated. I would really have liked to have just gotten this one last session with him, but I will take the reins on Bofer and work through that. What I want you guys to know is that this whole campaign was built originally as a 4-person campaign, so this doesn't harm us at all. Everything is actually easier for me now because the math is already there for 4 people. Not to say having Lucy made it any more, well, technically you did make my job a little harder, Lucy, but it was for the better.
Thanks, Lucy.
Yeah, son of a bitch, and all your good personality traits. So anyways, we will not have Boo Boo anymore. After today's session, my intention is to have Bofer completely removed from the storyline. I've had a couple of questions like, are you going to kill him off? That's not how I roll. If you are not here during a specific week, I might kill your character off, but it's only because it's for the story. But no, I will not be permanently killing anybody's character off. Now, if he gets his shit kicked by these apes and nobody can bring him back, well, that's another fucking story. But that's gonna be the choice of the dice. So, anyways, really quick, let's do a recap. So, last session, we picked back up where you guys had just finished having a conversation with the entity from the other side of the pool of the plains. You guys went and sat down, had a little bit of a conversation about that, got some more questions together, kind of theory crafted for a little bit about what everything could have meant, and then that is when Gray realized that he hadn't seen Aurora in quite some time. And in fact, now that he thought about it, he's not even sure if he saw her enter the pool of the plains with you guys. And nobody could confirm or deny that, because she's very fucking sneaky when she needs to be. And there wasn't even dire ferns in here, but she was sneaky anyways. So anyways, flash forward a little bit. You guys have this conversation. You take a long rest. That's when we had a few of you level up. In the morning, you were greeted with food and conversation and drugs, which Ree and Gray decided to ingest a lot of. Well, not necessarily a lot of, enough of. Yeah, so you snorted the what seemed to be some sort of spore. You both got high as shit. There were some weird and good and bad things that had to do with both of that. You guys went and talked to the entity on the other side of the pool of the plains one more time, to which it said, hey, look, I don't have any more information for you. I talked to my people. They wanted to actually bring those things back so we could research them, and they're on your plane, so can you please get them for us? So anyways, left there. You guys left and said, you know what, fuck it, we're gonna go do this thing for Nightbreeze. Let's just go ahead. Aurora will find us. It's not gonna be a big deal. She's done this before. So you guys started to walk out there, and sure as shit, Gray drew attention to him being way too tripped out for his own good, as he had ingested a shitload of hallucinogens just 20 minutes before. So he went screaming and running back inside of Archdruid and Nightbreeze's tent. You guys went back in there and you're like, oh fuck, well, what are we gonna do? We gotta get him out of here somehow. To which Nightbreeze promptly appeared in his own doorway and demanded the name of whoever had given you drugs inside of his grove, which up until this point you've been warned not once, not twice, but thrice that is forbidden here, and there you are doing drugs in the Archdruid's tent. Wouldn't be a D&D party if we didn't have some sort of craziness, right?
I thought it was just alcohol. I don't remember the drug part.
All right, so
I leave you.
this is what happened.
Mysterious moment.
This is what fucking happens. So, Archdruid Nightbreeze kind of looked around. Nobody wanted to say anything. Then he invoked this magic through his voice, sent it booming across the tent. Everybody made a saving throw, and everybody succeeded, except the one person who was probably willing to give up a name anyways, and that was Doc. So when Doc failed, she pretty much said, but it was the cow, Henry did it. And, and it was at that point Archdruid Nightbreeze left the tent. The group exited, and they went to go see what the hell was going on, and it was about that time when they saw Archdruid Nightbreeze grab Henry, pick Henry up, in the form of a treant, mind you, and tear Henry literally in two pieces, threw her misshapen corpse onto the ground, and then shapeshifted into a hawk and took off out of the grove. The group then decided, you know what, we should probably go do that thing he asked us to do, instead of staying here and doing drugs, because we may have fucked up just a little bit. So then anyways, you guys went to hunting. About 45 minutes, hour or so later, as you're moving through the woods, everything grew very quiet as you approached a dried up old riverbed. You got here, kind of glanced around, you're like, okay, this seems alright. And that's when Gray realized that there were tons of massive purple-veined apes staring at the lot of you in the trees surrounding this area. Almost barely before he could open his mouth and say anything, to which actually, if I'm not mistaken, you actually created a minor illusion right as combat broke out, and your minor illusion was so well that I was able to show everybody what you were actually seeing. And it was indeed a giant, a group of enraged apes. Just so everybody's aware, there's the picture of the anger monkeys. So, combat broke out. You guys started to fight. Doc assassinated one pretty much immediately, which made me really sad. But
I was just happy to use one on not a party member.
yeah, the problem was I had named that one Harambe, so now we've got a problem.
Never knew.
Oh no.
Cayman's gonna pop in here. Did you want it?
Harambe.
Harambe.
Forever too soon.
You
Sleep
did
well.
assassinate a non-party member.
Killed Henry and Harambe. Goddamn.
This is what you get when you keep an assassin around. All right, so that's where we had left off. You guys are actually just picking up, I believe, round 2, maybe 3 of combat, but either way, here we are. So, really quick, RP recap from last session. I'm saying RP because there was technically no... Well, it is an XP, but you only got RP experience. So you got 400 XP for last session. That put the party, quote-unquote, at 14,435. Gray at 12,597. And Aurora, you are still at 12,335. Today, just so everybody is aware,
Quick
is...
question.
Yes, go ahead.
You said that I had woken up. Does that mean that I get the spell slot reset, etc., going into this session?
Yep, absolutely. Yep, you are back 100% where you were prior. And then I will let you know. I will give you your cue when you're good to go. So everybody
That's
knows...
fine. I just was worried about spells.
Yeah, absolutely. So today is, it is still Friday the 13th, day 13. Friday the 13th at 3 p.m. It is the 13th of Muzhem.
That date explains a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
Okay. Anybody have any questions before we dive into it? Okay, let me cue the howlers as a reminder. When the apes began to move actively, the sound that began to erupt from the trees and the woodline around you was quite horrific. All right, just gonna turn that down a little bit so it's not totally overbearing. All right, so we're going to go ahead and dive right on into it. So we have just begun round 2 in the combat here. So, Ree, the ape immediately in front of you is going to swing at you. Twice, I believe. It is going to be twice, and this one has been baned. So the puppet strings begin to tug back as it swings at you. And that is going to be a... No, I don't think they hit you anyways. Nope. Okay. -3. So, yeah, put me at a 7 and a 4. That's awkward.
Nice.
All right. So, that brings us to this ape over here. So, this ape has just entered the Spirit Guardians. I got to make a save real quick. It does save against the Spirit Guardians.
Spirit Guardians are clutch, man.
Alright, sorry. So it takes half damage from the Spirit Guardians, which is...
-4, I just want to remind, in case you forgot.
What's that?
It does have a D4, because of my ban.
Yeah, I rolled a nat 20, so it would have still been a success. But I do thank you for that. Also, even taking half damage, it only had 5 hit points left, and I rolled 12, which means it takes 6. So as it begins to move through the spirits, one of the spectral forms rears back a glowing translucent spear and hurls it into the ape, who gets knocked out of the circle of spirits, hits the ground, twitches a few times, and ceases to move. All right, that brings us to Ree.
Okay, Ree. Yeah, Ree will just commence the whacking on this guy here.
Okay.
All right, first one with her Morning Star. Yeah. I think that's gonna hit.
Okay, so a 10 does not hit.
Okay. All right, let's try to do that again, but better this time. Slightly better.
All right, a 22. As you swing down at it, you see the veins pulse and shadows begin to swirl around it. It is going to attempt... It's going to try it. It's going to try it. That's 73. Causes the attack to miss.
Boo. Okay, yeah, that's it.
All right. So that brings us to next monkey. 15, 20, 25. So this monkey's going to move up here. It is going to swing at Ree twice. 3 and a 19. What do you have, an 18 still, or is it a 19 now?
18.
18? Okay. So, both fists make contact. For 11 points of bludgeoning reduced because of your rage to 5 points of bludgeoning damage.
Okay. That takes a chink out of my... I still have 10 hit points from your...
Yes, I believe you had 8.
Correct. Alright, so the next ape, it does not have anywhere it can go safely, so it is going to hurl a rock at Bofur.
Kills him immediately.
Hey, I told you guys I had a way out. No, that'd be so fucked up. Unfortunately, that is a 15, and a 15 misses. So this monkey just, like, really nonchalantly whips this rock, and as it's coming down, Bofur just puts his gauntlet up and smacks it out of the air, kind of like, what, really?
Who throws a rock?
Better it was a rock than any alternative monkey-thrown weapon.
True.
Alright, with that being said, the monkey immediately behind is going to make a saving throw against the Spirit Guardians. Absolutely fucking fails. 13, 14, 15. That's a lot of fucking damage for Spirit Guardians, Jesus. So the monkey behind Bofur rears up, and it goes to swing down on him with both of its fists. And that's when you see this dwarf materialize behind him, throw a shield up, and just, begin to pound this monkey in the face with its shield. As it does so, the monkey collapses to the ground, seizes for a moment, and then ceases to move. Alright. Gray.
Okay. 2, 3, 4. Hold on, I'm just checking distance. Okay, I can't reach all of them, but I'm gonna... I can't... With the Spirit Guardians, I can't tell where the edge is, so I can't tell if I'm jumping.
You can't tell if you're what?
I can't tell where the edge is, so I can't tell if if I'm gonna jump down by accident or not.
Oh, I gotcha. Where are you trying to go? Let me ask you that.
I'm trying to, like, get in this area somewhere.
Okay, because, yeah, you can get, like, right here. Bofur is standing on what the entrance would be to that log.
Also, is this monkey, like, 50 feet? Because it's like a 10-foot or something drop? Or 40 feet?
He is.
Okay.
He's a few feet. He's got some extra distance because it's 10 feet up from where you're at right now.
Okay. Then Gray's gonna move here. Yeah. So that should put me in range for this. Okay, so I'm gonna drop Bane on this monkey
Okay.
because that's concentration, and I'm gonna reapply it because on this one, I'm gonna cast Bane again on that one, this one, and this one.
Okay, you can cast it on 4.
Yes, because I'm using it at 3rd level.
Okay, thank you. So go ahead and mark off a 3rd level slot. So then we've got 4 saving throws. Bear with me.
I think this one's just out of range because of the 10-foot drop. Probably more.
So let's see here. You are 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. So yeah, it would be 35. It's 35 feet from you right now.
Yeah, so it's too far.
Okay. So the 4 essentially immediately in front of you.
Yeah.
Alright. So I have... Let me... It's a wisdom saving throw, correct?
Yeah. No, it's charisma. My bad.
Oh, charisma? Okay. Alright. Charisma... Okay, good. That's the difference between passes and fails, because it was either +1 or -2. Okay, so I have 2 failures, one of which technically rolled a 0 because it rolled a 2 minus 2. So we've got 2 that have been baned. And then 12, so this one fails. And what is your DC?
It's 14.
Oh, it is a 14. Okay, so you got one that failed, and then we got 17, 16, so I got a 15 on the last one. So the one furthest back succeeds. So your spell, your incantation goes off, and as it goes off, the shadowy puppet strings kind of shoot down almost like spider webs, grabbing onto the back, the arms, the head, and begin to actively work against these apes.
Okay, and then he's gonna look at Riri and go, and he's gonna point to like a spot on the monkey and go, swing there! And it's basically like a bardic inspiration.
Okay.
Ooh.
All right, go ahead and take your inspiration. Let's see, do I have an inspiration
Sucks.
icon?
You're talking about the one directly in front of me?
Yeah,
Okay.
but it's just a D8. What's the point?
A, B, C, D, E...
I can't see through the spirit guardian.
Hey, I do have an inspiration. Light bulb. Okay. Anyways. Alright, great. So you shout out your inspiration, make sure you mark that off, and then, okay, Doc.
Alright, so Doc wants to move 5, 10, 15 there, and she's going to attack this one.
Okay, do me a favor and give me an acrobatics check as you're stepping out onto the limb.
Oh, yeah. Okay. 11?
11? Yep, nope, just, that's fine.
Okay, good.
Yep, you feel yourself slip a few times, like, a little bit less than that, and you would have been not good.
Okay. And then I'm going to hit it with my short sword.
Which one? The one in front of you or the one in front of Ree?
The one in front of Ree.
Thank you.
20 to hit.
20. So yeah, as you go to swing at it, you see the purple veins pulse and shadows begin to spin around it. And that is a 36. You hit it anyways. It fails to shadow. Jaunt itself.
Alright.
I'm sorry, it fails to displacement itself.
She's gonna thrust and parry, and 18.
Yeah. You, like, as you lunge forward, you see the shadows kind of spin up and around it, and you just you stab straight in the middle. You feel it give. There's this audible, like, ooh, ooh, ooh. And then as you withdraw, the shadows fade, and the veins begin to dull as the monkey slips over the edge and into the dry riverbed.
Nice. And then, with her feet being so much closer to her hands now because she's so much smaller, she reaches down to the sheath for her dagger again, new one because she threw the other one, and flips it up, and then I'm going to have her stab at the one in front of her.
Okay. How many daggers do you have? Like 7?
I have 4 more.
4? Okay.
After this one I have 4, but I'm not throwing this. So I guess I have 5 total.
Understood, thank you.
21 to hit.
21. So again, the shadows begin to spin up and around the ape. And again, it is not capable of displacing itself against your sneaky-ass dagger. Okay, so you don't get your sneak
No
attack,
sneak
but you
attack,
do
it's
get
just
the 3. So yeah, the shadows come up and around it. Again, you stab upwards. It misses the majority of it, but as the shadows fade back down, you see you've cut a really nasty gash across its abdomen.
And
Okay.
that is all I will do.
Alright, so this ape down here is going to hurl a rock at Bofer. That is a 19, but I think Bofer's AC now is a 20. It sure is a fucking 20. Hang on, let me just make sure I got that right. Was it a +5 to hit? Yep, a +5. Alright, so rock, it hits him, but it doesn't actually manage to do any damage. With that, it is going to go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, and it is going to get up onto the ledge here. Alright, this ape... 25, 30... It's going to climb up there and also throw a rock at Bofer. Misses completely, just way off course. Okay, ape down here is going to... get itself up onto the edge here, and then it is going to make 2 fist attacks, both of which will be against Bofer, but let me make a save against Spirit Guardians real quick. failed against Spirit Guardians. There was no need for it. It rolled a 3. Can't get much lower than a 1. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Alright, so the Spirit Guardians begin to run this thing through viciously, violently. It begins to bleed profusely as they do so, but it does not drop. And it continues its assault on Bofur. That is not great. Nope, neither one of them hit. Every attack is just foiled, bounces off of his armor. Okay, the very last ape to go. 5, 10... He gets to there and is going to try to Hail Mary a rock at Doc.
No.
19 and a nat 20. Lucky for you, I rolled a 19 and a nat 20. So, but it was with disadvantage because you're out of the range of the rock's throw, so it rolls with disadvantage. Yeah, so you do get hit with the stone as it very rudely whips a rock at you. And it hits and it hurts like a motherfucker, but it's minimum damage. You take 4 points of bludgeoning.
Okay.
And give me an acrobatics check, please.
17.
17, no problem. So it clips you in the head, and you're kind of like, oh, what the fuck? And you start to step backwards off of this branch that's sticking out of this thing, and you feel your foot slip, but you kind of autocorrect and half step forward. So no problem. Okay, on that note... You guys see this this ape as it whips the rock. It dives, almost swan dives, into the shadow of the ape in front of it, and it is going to shadow jaunt.
Oh, you motherfucker.
And it's going to reappear there. But that was its bonus action. It can't do anything else this turn, so it already threw the rock. Alright, Bofur. So Bofur, obviously... Oh, you know what? Hang on, it just entered his Spirit Guardians... That is a nat 1. Oh, he's going to take some damage.
Here we go.
11, 12, 13, 6. So the Spirit Guardians begin to do work. As soon as it's in, literally its flesh and its fur begins to sizzle with this radiance. It does not drop it, but it does appear to have wounded it horrifically. Okay, with that being said, Bofur kind of looks around at the group as a whole, trying to identify anybody who might need healing, but I don't think we have anybody quite there yet. So it's gonna swing. Bofur is gonna swing on the ape that is next to Gray. Actually,
Thank you.
.24. So 24 would definitely hit, but it's going to attempt to displace itself. And that is a 49, 1 to 49, the attack still hits. Oh, unlucky for that fucking monkey. Okay, so let's do some damage. Alright, 8 points of bludgeoning. Oh shit, this thing only had 8 points of health left. So as it clatters up here, it takes the brunt of everything swinging at it, gets up into your face, starts screaming and yelling, bounces its fists off of Bofur. Bofur just turns around and clocks this thing in the side of the head with his warhammer and just detonates like a small grenade. It's pretty horrific, actually. But he's going to stay put. All right, so at this time, you guys hear something in the distance, loud. You feel the ground around you shift and shake, almost rhythmically.
Oh, big boy.
Oh, here comes Mama.
Oh boy.
And bursting from the brush, you see an absolutely massive, biggest fucking ape you have ever seen in your life, standing damn near 20 feet tall and easily thousands and thousands of pounds. This much larger version of the creatures that are in front of you right now bursts from the jungle, literally throwing entire trees, from the forest, not jungle, throwing entire trees, blowing them up like a tornado had just hit it. The one thing to note that is different about this ape versus the other apes around you, there do not appear to be any purple or any other colored glowing veins on this creature.
Oh, we got that going for us at least.
Hopefully.
I don't think that makes it much
I
better.
don't think it makes it any better.
All right.
Okay, maybe that means it just can't bang through shadows.
So as it approaches, it is screaming. It's like the apes that you're hearing right now, but the octave is like 3 deeper, and every time it makes one of those grunts, the ground around you physically shakes. So, what I need now... So its turn ends there. Back to the top with Ree.
Asking a super fast Facebook question to you.
Okie dokie. Oh yes, it is. It is. Yes, it is.
Sweet.
I actually, you know what? I meant to send you that when I messaged you earlier. Okay, with that being said, as its turn ends, you guys see from the underbrush a small halfling woman appear, already locked on to this creature. Go ahead and give me an initiative. Oh, actually, you know what? Hang on. You are going to actually be... There we go, all the way at the top. Okay, real quick though, I need from you. What's your hit points?
42.
All right, perfect. And your AC is 16?
16. Yeah. Also, I do not have control of the.
Nope.
model.
Yeah, I had to recreate it.
Okay. Purely descriptive, since this is the first time that I have gone full stalking prey in this form. She's got the same hawk eye things that she did as she, where she's just hyper focused, not friendly, cute halfling at the moment.
Yeah, and she bursts out of the woods. So as this thing comes storming out of the woods to the north, you see Aurora's form literally just materialize almost out from the underbrush. An arrow is already in the air, catching this thing if it hits right about here before it even gets to its full stopping point. The second arrow being launched as soon as it stops where it's at. So go ahead and give me your attack rolls, because I already knew what was going to happen here.
I love when we're on the same page like that. First one. Oh, that was a god-awful hit, or attack roll for the first one.
So a 12 does hit.
Wow. Okay.
This is a very large, very naked monkey.
Broadside of a barn.
Yeah.
There
So is that
also-
15?
Hang on, the damage for the hunter's mark also needs to go in there.
Okay, yep, go ahead and roll that. So we're looking at 17?
17 total.
All right.
Yep.
All right, so the first arrow clips it, and you see it hit so hard, literally in the side of this thing, like broadside of a barn, that the arrow itself disappears into its abdomen. You don't know if it came out the other end, but it 100% vanishes, and blood begins to spill out like somebody just put a screwdriver through a Kool-Aid jammer from the 90s.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's the second one. I'm redoing the D6. So that's a total of 10 for the second, or sorry, 9 for the second one.
Okay. And you can only do the Hunter's Mark damage once per turn, right?
Slayer's Prey is once, Hunter's Mark is whenever I hit.
Gotcha. Oh, okay, understood. Okay, so we're looking at 7, 8, 9 points of damage, yeah?
Yeah.
Alright, so the ape stops. It's eyeing up the group. The second arrow strikes it in one of its pectorals. It buries itself a little bit deep, but as its arm comes up, crack, snaps the entire arrow completely in half. Doesn't seem to have phased it that much, and this thing looks pissed. Alright. So, back at the top here, Ape and then Ree, just so everybody's aware of who's on deck here. So the Ape immediately in front of Ree is going to take a swing, 2 swings, with Bane. It's not going to matter, I rolled a 2 and a 4.
Nice.
Lots of negatives.
Use
All right.
the Bane here.
Yeah. Hey, you don't know what's causing it. Is it maybe it's because you baned it? My dice were just like, you know what? Not this week. Go fuck yourself.
Yeah.
All right. So that ape swings both times, misses completely. Ree.
All right, Ree will, seeing the one in front of her just blink into existence, she'll be like, ah, fuck! And just try to, like, kick it in the chest. She's gonna do a shoving action.
Oh, hell yeah.
To try to,
Okay.
like, kick it off the log.
Okay, so shove, we decided it was athletics versus athletics. Is that what it was? Or athletics versus acrobatics? I gotta memorize this.
So I make a strength athletics check.
Okay.
Tested by target strength, athletics, or acrobatics.
Understood.
Probably whatever's better.
Okay, I will go ahead and make that now.
Okay, what actually is better for me? Yeah, athletics is better. That's not supposed to be an advantage.
That's okay. Take the first one. So 7.
Yeah.
All right. So I rolled an 11. Not much
Add a
greater.
D8 if you want.
Oh yeah, you could add that technically. Yeah, because it's an attack roll. So yeah, you can add your inspiration.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. 13.
That'll fucking do it. I'll tell you what though. He's gonna use a. Now that he has been hit, he is going to attempt to use one of his displacement charges. And I rolled a 20. You still fucking hit him. Okay, you knocked the monkey off. So the monkey falls 10 feet. As it does so, you gotta make a dexterity saving throw. That is not great. 8, 9, 10. Nope. Okay, let me roll some damage here. God damn, man. So you kick this monkey in the chest, square in the chest as it materializes. As you do so, you feel these cold shadows spin up your leg as you feel the thing attempting to displace itself out of the kick. But you feel that kick land, and the shadows just kind of spill over the edge. You glance over, and you see this monkey rematerialize fully, hit the ground, and this black ichor just spray out from the back of its head, and it stops moving.
My log! And,
Queen of the log.
my fucking log! And then, like, kind of recovering from the kick, she'll do the same, or she'll attempt the same to this individual here. Just like throw a shoulder into him, and another shove attack.
Okay.
And I can't turn off advantage for this for some reason.
That's okay. We'll always just take the first roll, so.
Yeah. Hey.
Oh, wait a minute. You're raging. Don't you make your strength athletics checks with advantage? Or am I wrong about that?
So I gain advantage on strength and saving throws, and in parentheses, not attacks.
Okay.
Melee damage with strength. Blah, 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 blah.
But this is a special type of attack because you're making an attack with a skill check.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, we'll just call it straight roll.
Yeah.
18, I mean, you blew me out of the fucking water. Actually, I would have been close, but the Bane fucked me up because I rolled a 3, so... So,
Sure, I remember.
yeah. Let me try to dodge. Hey, I rolled a fucking 49 again, which was the last number it could roll to fail. So that's awesome. So you kick the second ape off the fucking edge. It's gonna try to make a dexterity saving throw with Bane. It was going to save, but your Bane, which I rolled a 4 on, made it an 8 instead of a 12. So it's going to take full damage from the fall. Awkward. Okay, this ape does not die when it hits the ground, but as it's falling, you see it try to turn itself over to catch itself with its strong arms within its own fall. As it flips itself over mid-air, in this very short amount of time, you see the black puppet strings of the Bane wrap around its torso and flip it onto its back, so it, boom, just bounces off of the fucking ground.
Nice. This is my fucking mom.
All right. Anything else, Ree?
No, she'll just kind of stand her ground where she is.
All right. With that being said, this ape is going to charge to that point there and is going to give two overhead swings onto Doc. All right. So that is a 16.
Yep, that'll
And a 15.
both hit.
Both hit.
Thanks a lot, Bofer.
So that is going to be for 15 points of bludgeoning total. That's between the two. So it rears back, and as it swings down, it hits you not once, but twice with both fists. I need you to make not one, but 2 acrobatics checks for me, please. First one's a fail. Don't even make your second one, but give me a dexterity saving throw, please. 18 is fine. So you fall, just like the apes did, but you take half damage, which is going to be a total of 3 points of falling damage, bludgeoning damage. So as the ape hits it, so Ree knocks, just kicks and shoulders both these fucking apes off, killing one. This other ape charges down this stretch of the log, enraged, just smashes the shit out of Doc, who flops over the edge. Ah! Hits the ground. She's still moving, but she definitely hit hard.
I am not a cat
I know I said this was my log, but I could share it with you.
It's too late.
You still have the temporary hit points, or?
Moi?
Yeah, you.
Actually, I think I... Yeah, I guess I did. So, yeah, that's true. But
Remember,
still
everybody's
looking-
temporary hit points when you guys target your when you guys target yourself, temporary hit points will be should be in the red bubble. So.
Yeah. So good call on that. I'm still looking hurt, but not as bad. Thank you.
Okay, so that is the end of this. Actually, you know what? So he knocks you off. As he knocks you off, he is going to spend a charge, and you see he knocks you off. As you're falling, his whole body vanishes in shadows, and it rematerializes next to you. As you hit the ground, you open your eyes, and there's this like poof of smoke next to you, and the same ape is staring down at you, already trying to rear back to hit you again. Doc, it is your turn.
Yes, I would like to hit this motherfucker.
This is what I'd like to call the poor man's compelled duel, by the way. Anybody who is a Paladin fan gets that joke.
Alright, I'm going to attack it with the short sword.
Good joke.
Nat 20.
A nat 20. Okay, it is going to attempt to displace itself. Well, it's using its reaction to cast displacement. That was its bonus action last turn. 21, the crit hits. God damn it.
Okay, no sneak attack, but... Wait, do it? No. How does that work again?
No, you don't get sneak attack because
Yeah,
there's
so it has to
nobody
be
around you.
that,
Yep.
So it should be...
But he deals... Yeah, so it's
Yep.
5, so 10. Oh, wait, hang on.
No, it's only the dice, so it should be 6, 7, 8.
It didn't roll crit damage? It's what you rolled 1d6 plus 2. It rolled a 3 plus 2, which is the 5. Super weird. So yeah, it would be 6, 7, so it's actually, 8 points.
8. Mm-hmm.
Weird that it would roll a crit and not give you
And not
crits
do it,
damage.
yeah.
Isn't that strange?
Yeah. It normally does that. That's weird.
And then...
Alright, so yeah, you shank it with the short sword. As it materializes, you've already got short sword in it. you withdraw, and it starts like looking down like, uh-oh.
I'm gonna come back around with the dagger.
Okay, here comes the dagger.
I got
Wow, another nat 20. Yeah, I mean, it can't even jaunt out of that or displace itself, so... So that is going to
shit.
be... So you rolled
8 and
max, so
10.
that's 8, 9, 10. Holy shit.
Knock me offside.
So yeah, you use the dagger to pull yourself up from the ground, and then you come in, or you use the short sword to do so, and then you come in with the dagger, and you hit it right in the liver. The thing howls, screams in your face as it is visibly in pain. You see tears streaming out of its eyes. It collapses halfway onto you, almost like slamming its fists around you because it's in so much pain. It does not go down, but it's very, very close.
Oh, it's worse. Okay. That's that.
All right, Mr. Gray.
Okay. Important question: is there like a ledge there?
So there is a ledge here, and a ledge here.
Okay. If I move here, can I see like Doc and them?
Oh yeah, yeah, absolutely.
Okay. Is this monkey? This monkey's underneath that thing, right?
It is, but you can see it. You know, like you could target it if you needed to.
Yeah, I know. I just want to know if these two are on the same level.
Oh yes, yes, they are.
In that case, Gray would look.
And just
down
for the
and go-
record, they are 10 feet below you.
Yeah, okay. That's fine. Gray's gonna look down, see what Doc did to that guy, and go, hate to be that guy, but do it again. And he's gonna bang on his drum, and he's gonna cast Fairy Fire on both of them.
Oh, okay, okay, okay. Alright, so that's a dexterity saving throw, I believe, is that right?
Yeah.
I think it is, yeah.
It is, yes. DC 14. One of them gets a -4 or D4, -D4.
Alright, so there's the fairy fire. Just so we know where it's being... I'm assuming that's the square that you're bursting it in.
Yeah, the Bane's gone on that one.
Ah,
Because
yes.
it's a concentration.
Perfect, thank you.
20-foot cube.
Okay, there we go. Okay, so DC, you said 14?
14, yeah.
Dexterity.
Yes. They're
Oh,
probably better.
wow. They are way better at dexterity, but they're not as best as they need to be when they roll under a 10, being that they're all half challenge ratings. So yeah, I rolled a 9 and a 7. So they're fairy fired. So what do you, we've not seen you cast fairy fire. What does your crazy ass fairy fire look like?
So I think at first it'll be like this kind of like yellowish light, and then it looks like shadows themselves kind of come over the fire, so like these kind of like dark flames just burst over the monkeys, highlighting them.
All right, so yeah, yeah, that is exactly how that goes down. So it looks just essentially like highlights of themselves.
Yeah.
All right, so the shadows kind of creep up and around, and the apes begin to glow as they can't shake off this weird, dusty, shadowy shit that just landed all over them, which is ironic because they can turn themselves into shadows. And there you have it. Okay.
Can I stand there? I can't tell if that's like
Yes,
on
you
the edge of
can.
this stuff.
Yep, you sure
Okay,
can. If you stand right here, you're fine. If you go out one more, you're gonna have to make acrobatics checks to stand on the branch.
We're just gonna
I do
stand
not
here in
recommend
between
the branch.
Bofer and Ree. Because Monkey, he sees the apes over here. And that's my turn.
Don't worry, babe, I'll protect you.
That's kind of the point.
Don't let me die. Okay, so that brings us to the next ape, which 10, 15 is going to charge into this little area. Roll against the spiritual guardians, which rolls. Wow, holy shit! That's a 17. So 17 succeeds, so he only takes half. It's the first one that hasn't been annihilated walking into it. It's like a fucking meat grinder. 12, 17, so that's 8. Okay, so You see these spectral guardians. They materialize and they begin swinging flails and spears and shield slamming, and this ape is taking a beating as it's moving in, but it does not drop it completely. As it gets in, it is going to rear back and take 2 strikes at Bofer. Okay, so one of those is a nat 20. The other one is a 15. So the 15 misses, but he is going to be hit by the nat 20. 10, 11, 12, 13... 40. Alright, gotta make a concentration check. Give me 1 second. Ooh, I rolled a 3, unfortunately. They lasted while they were intended to last. However, as the ape strikes, the first one bouncing off of Bofer's helm, the second one, as the ape's finger kind of pulls the helm back ever so slightly, the second fist comes in and punches him right in the side of the cheek. As it does so, you hear this, like, ka-clunk sound from inside the helm, which is clearly his head rattling on the inside of the helm. As that happens, you hear this screech, and the spiritual guardians fade out of existence.
Oh no.
Alright. Next is this ape. Who's going to run up onto this ledge and take 2 more strikes at Bofer. And that's a nat 1 and a 13. So, Bofer's 20 AC keeps him alive for 1 more round. Hey, it's Bofer's turn. So... Alright, give me 1 second here. So Bofer is going to...
Xavier gets to play a cleric.
I don't like it. I really don't like... I don't like playing other characters. I truly fucking hate it.
Yeah, me too.
Okay, so Bofer... So seeing the predicament that Doc is in, Bofer mutters this incantation, and as he does so, he holds his shield out. And you guys see this spiritual version of his shield materialize about 6 inches in front of his shield. He then thrusts downwards, and it projects down and in front of Doc, which it then begins to actively block for you. You gain a +2 to your AC as he casts Shield of Faith.
Thank you, Bofer.
That was his bonus action. Now he's going to try to swing on one of these monkeys.
Yeah.
Okay, a 13 would hit, but they're going to try to dodge it. And that's an 86. They do successfully. So as he swings, the ape's body into black smoke and then rematerializes.
There you go. Let's go.
That ends his turn. The giant's turn.
Oh no.
So it goes up to this point, and it is going to leap into the air and land dead center on the log, which very audibly cracks under this thing's weight. I need Gray and Ree to make dexterity saving throws, as well as Doc, as there is now a tree falling down on top of you. I have some things to roll here for the apes as well. Don't think everybody's gonna get out of this one easy. Bofer did not do great.
Neither did Bree.
Alright, so
Okay.
we're gonna roll some dice to see where people go here. Doc, you were actually doing okay. Doc, you were going to take half damage from the tree hitting you, which is only going to be 3 points of bludgeoning damage as the tree literally just bursts downwards like a shred of shrapnel. The ape immediately in front of you catches a good chunk of wood to the face, and that was the 1 hit point it had left. So it sends it clattering backwards. Sorry, go ahead.
I do have a question for I have danger sense.
Yep, roll it with advantage. You could definitely see this coming.
Okay.
Yep, because it's a dexterity saving throw.
Okay, just make sure like it wasn't like a combat thing or not. Slightly better.
Oh, that's way fucking better. Are you kidding me? That's 13 points better. Okay, so Doc, you've succeeded, but you've taken your damage. This ape over here gets knocked back. Doc, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Doc, you get thrown over there. That is Ree. 1, 2, 3, 4. So Ree, you get thrown back. You get thrown back, and you are on the ground. You are not on the ledge. That is 1. So Gray, you are off of the ledge. Just for all intents and purposes, this log is here, but it is non-accessible at this point. So it's either ground level or 10 feet up on the ledge. Beaufort, 7. So over here. All right. So damage. Ree, so you were going to take 11, but you take half because you succeeded, and then half because of your resistance, so we'll say you take 2 points of bludgeoning damage from what was supposed to be 11. Gray, you rolled a 18, not bad. So you're going to take half, which is going to only be 4 points total. Beaufort, unfortunately, does take 12. Okay, I think that was everybody. Everybody has been hurt at this point. So it leaps, and then as it leaps, it is going to attack Gray.
Oh.
That was the rest. That was its movement. So it is going to attempt to hit you with its fist.
Oh no.
Twice. Yeah, so that is a 20 and a 21 to hit.
They both hit.
It's gonna be a lot of damage.
I do not have a lot of HP.
Yeah, I know. I was actually just looking at this thing's damage. I was like, this is probably the worst person to be here. Okay, so... Actually, you know what? Hang on. Here's what we're going to do. Because I didn't realize it could reach 10 feet, one attack is going to be on you, one attack will be on Doc, okay? So Doc, either way, a 21 and a 19 respectively is going to hit both of you because you have very low ACs. So one of these damages is going to go to Gray, which is this one. It's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4. I rolled almost minimum damage. 10 points of bludgeoning, which is almost minimum. Just so you're clear, I just rolled 3d10. Doc.
4 HP if you roll well enough.
14. 20 points of bludgeoning damage.
Actually, uncanny dodge.
Oh, this smart bitch. Okay, so you take 10 points of bludgeoning for your uncanny dodge. That doesn't. Does that require your reaction?
It's yeah.
Okay, just so we're tracking action economy. All right, that ends Big Mama's turn. Aurora, you just watch this whole thing fucking go down. Literally, the whole tree went down. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, well, she's not really paying attention to anything except for her target.
Well, then kill that motherfucker.
Yep.
Quickly.
So she takes that breath, focuses, and that plus my 1 second, plus that, so 16 damage.
16, so yeah, you shoot, you catch it just below the jawline, you see it hit, and then clearly stop suddenly as it hits bone. This thing is so enraged it doesn't seem phased, but you definitely deal some damage.
Okay, that's the second arrow.
Beautiful. Wow, good fucking rolls.
And I'm just using the Slayer's Praise, the Hunter's Mark, since it's the same thing.
Perfect. So 27 points of damage that round. Excellently done.
Lucy needs to do a concentration saving throw.
Give me 1 sec.
like this is probably the most in her element that Aurora has ever been.
Yeah, you've done a lot of damage to this thing so far. You've already done over 50 points of damage to this thing in 2 rounds. Okay, yes, Lucy, give me a concentration saving throw, please.
Hunter, this is
That's just the Constitution, right?
right.
Yep, Constitution saving throw.
Okie dokie. It's a 13.
How much damage did I deal you?
You did 10 damage, or like, I guess, 13 total.
13.
Because I fell off and then he
Okay.
hit me once for 10.
Yep, so it's gonna be, yeah, so it's a DC 10, since it was less than 20. So you're fine.
Verifier's still up.
Yes, yes it is. Okay, anything else, Aurora? You clip the ape a second time, and you see it is actively bleeding out from the spots. You were shooting it in all the right weak points.
Nope, she's not moving. She's just focused 100% on that and on literally nothing else.
Okay, sounds good. So, this ape, the one in front of Doc, gets up after being knocked back, kind of looks around confused, still has all this weird, shadowy, weird phosphorescent-y shit all over it. Doesn't really take heed to it, but then begins to strike out at Doc. Okay, so one is definitely a miss, and one is a 24.
Well, that'll do.
So the 24... Oh, minimum damage. Okay. Let's see. So that is going to be 4 points of bludgeoning damage.
I'm at 0.
So you are unconscious. Really, I don't have any unconscious. Alright, I'm just going to put the Z's on you. You know, it's so funny. I have such a pain in the ass tracking these things down with what they appropriately should be, because in the heat of combat I don't have them memorized, but we'll put Z's on you. Okay, anyway, so the ape rears back, swings down at you, misses once, and then as the second one hits you, you see that Doc flops over onto her back and is just laying there, kind of panting. As it does that, it is going to... you see it dives into its own shadow, kind of collapses. And then rematerializes in front of Ree. That ends its turn. Hey, Ree!
Oh wait, am I actually? Oh, am I in the water right now, or am I?
So there is no water down here. It's all dried out. But yes, you are on the ground.
Ah, fuck. Okay, I thought I was still up on the ledge. All right, that changes my plan. Okay, because I was hoping to do the whole Hulk in Ragnarok just leaping into this big gorilla's face. But that's not gonna happen. So she's gonna run into his face and take probably at least one attack of opportunity.
There will be one from the ape directly in front of you. Real quick question, Lucy. Fairy Fire, does it just give everybody advantage to hit this target? Is that what it is?
Yeah, it's only
Okay.
advantage to hit that target. Until
Okay.
there's concentration.
Perfect, thank you. So it's going to attempt to hit you. Nope, rolled an 8.
Okay. Yeah, so Ree's gonna move. Is this a valid space to be? Basically, she's gonna try to put herself between.
Yeah, you can absolutely be there. Yeah, so for all intents and purposes, the log that is here, the entirety of the log is no more. It is just in fucking crumbles and pieces.
Nice. So she will just sprint over, like, stay behind me, and she will take a couple whacks at the big one here.
Stop it!
Oh, natural 20.
Oh shit.
Very nice.
Take all that. Big stupid gorilla.
All right, so 9.
Wasn't a lot of damage.
The fuck is that? Is that thunder?
There's a train.
Oh.
Yeah.
All right. Second attack.
That's number 1. This is number 2. Ooh, not nearly as good. Is that a hit? No, 12 hits, I think, right?
Yes, 12 does hit. So that's for an additional
Okay.
6.
Actually, I would like to use Fury the Small
Oh, beautiful.
to
Yes.
put a little extra stank on that. Whole D6 stank. Hey,
Hey, not fucking bad.
yeah.
More than your crit.
Yeah, no shit.
Yeah, right.
So yeah, you run up and you hit it the first time with the Morning Star, and it kind of like you clock it just hard enough in the funny bone, its left funny bone, that it screeches out and grabs at the funny bone. You kind of like twist it and look up, and you're like, "All right, bitch, I got you now. I got your attention." And as it like starts to lunge down at you, you just boop it right on the fucking nose. One of its tusks completely shatters out of its mouth as it rears back a second time in obvious pain.
Fuck you, big stupid fucking monkey!
All right. So that is going to bring us to Doc. Doc, you are unconscious. You're not doing anything. You're night-night. Gray.
Okay.
He's gonna see Doc on the ground, and then look at his own injured self, and then he's gonna disengage and run away.
Okay, bye.
Okay, yeah, you can absolutely 100% do that because nothing can take attacks of opportunity against you.
Hold on, let me just see which way it best go.
Anywhere that is not right where you fucking are is the... So
Far away from here as possible. Right
yeah, no shit. So you disengage and yeah, you fucking you bolt. You are fast as fuck, boy. Just boom, 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 dodging as the monkeys are swinging at you. All right.
And then he's gonna, as a bonus action, place his hand on his own chest and heal himself for 5 HP.
Okay. Yeah. Oh, with your healing hands.
Yeah.
Okay. Perfect.
So I said he's gonna look at Doc go down and then just ignore her.
She didn't
Sounds
see it.
about right.
She ain't got no clue. She's probably got a good idea, but she doesn't know. Okay. So, the ape, now it is back to the ape on top here. He's going to actually climb down. And it's going to swing twice on Bofer. And that is going to be a 17 and a 22. So the 22 hits. 3, 4, 5, 6. So Bofer gets one of the blows, kind of like blocks at least a good chunk of it, and then the second one, he gets punched in the side of the head again, and you see him kind of fall forward, and now you can see blood kind of pooling out from underneath his helm. He's not looking great. Oh, that reminds me, his concentration is gone because Doc is unconscious. Well, it's not gone because she's unconscious. It's gone because he's chosen it to be gone, because why the fuck would I use my concentration on a unconscious woman? Okay, so this next ape climbs down as well, and it is going to swing on Bofer as well. That is a nat 1 and a 4. Obviously, Mr. 20 AC over here is doing alright. Hey, it's Bofer's turn. So, give me one moment as I need to look at Bofer's prepared spells.
How excited you sounded. Hey, it's Bofer's turn.
Because I know that right now you're in a little bit of a dire situation. I can see everybody's HP, you guys can't. So things are not looking great. At least for the people on the west side of the field. Excluding Aurora, who is doing fantastic.
Hey, I'm doing pretty well up here face to face with the giant ape.
I'm in my element.
Actually, you are doing pretty good.
I'm doing better
I'm in
than
my
I was a
element,
second ago.
Taking a cat nap. You see what I did there?
It's a gnome
Oh,
job
boy.
now.
Seen it.
Shut up, Candace.
Just remember, if we don't know if you still have 9 lives, probably don't test it.
Certainly at 8.
Or do, maybe you'll get turned back into a tabaxi after.
Alright, so Bofer, under the assault from these apes, he's got his shield out, in his right hand, as I have now determined that Beaufort is left-handed, which is the gauntlet that his holy symbol's on. He holds back the assault from these apes, punching him and assaulting him. And as he reaches down, he lets go of his warhammer, reaches his hand out ever so slightly, grabs Doc's ankle, and just begins screaming an incantation. As he finishes, her whole body flashes with this red-hot energy. He's going to cast a level 3 Cure Wounds. That is for 20 points of healing.
I'll take the wizard.
And as your eyes flicker open, Doc, you hear Beaufort yelling at you, "Get up! Get up! I told you, get up!" Because that's what Boo Boo sounds like when he's actually playing Beaufort. I was going to make him sound like Boomhauer, but I thought that would not be doing Beaufort justice. Hey, man, oh, there's a goddamn old man, oh, fucking stick in the bag, man. I'll get up and I'll boom, boom, boom that big-ass monkey, man.
Dang old monkey man.
Yeah, that's going to go ahead and end his turn. Okay. On that note, the giant monkey is going to now begin a full-blown frenzied assault on Ree.
Bring it on, you big fucking stupid ape!
Alright, so the first one is an 18, and the second one is a 26.
Yeah, you're lucky with those, you fucking asshole! I'll punch you, you big old monkey dick!
12, 13, 18, 19, 20, 21, 6, 27. That's 27 points of damage on the first hit. Reduced is going to be 13.
Yeah.
The second one that strikes is 32 points of damage. Reduced is 16. Does a lot. I mean, this is a big monkey. This thing is literally, it is a 15 by 15 monkey. It is considered huge sized. And its fists are appropriately so. And it looks more angry by the fact that after it literally brings the full weight of both fists down onto you, that you have the audacity to get back up.
Just pounding me into the ground like a fucking nail.
Yeah, literally. And then you get back up and it's like, you've got to be fucking kidding me.
Is that the best you got?
All right, Aurora, it's your turn.
Okay, once again, not paying attention to anything else except for my target. Okay, that's the first one. I'm gonna re-roll that for sure. For a total of 16.
Yep, that was a very good choice. That is why we have that feat, my friends.
My goodness.
Piercer is no bullshit.
And then the second arrow being a nat 20, but I follow another 10. So
You cut out really bad on my end, but I caught the majority of what you said. I did get your total damage, so.
yeah, I was just saying that it was almost a nat 20.
Ah, gotcha.
I will take
Uh-oh.
it.
We're losing her.
I'm a robot.
I can still hear you guys.
Okay, that's good. You're going really robot on us. It was very beep boop bop bop boop. But it's okay. I knew what happened. I've got the damage. You successfully shoot the ape twice. It looks very upset by both new holes that it is not okay with having. And that brings us to the next ape. This ape, fairy fired ape, is going to run past Ree and towards Gray. Ree, if you would like to make an attack of opportunity, that is on you.
Is it an advantage if it's a reaction?
Oh, absolutely, because it's still an attack, so you have advantage on it. It's fairy fired. Look, apes aren't the smartest creatures.
I would absolutely love to attack it. Ah! Ooh.
Okay, so a nat 20. Oh my god, it's
I am rolling terribly on the damage, by the way.
That's funny. I was gonna try to dodge it, but it's out of fucking charges. So, okay, yeah, it takes all of it. So what's the damage now? It is, 6? Is that right? Really? No way.
And so...
Oh, it is 6, isn't it?
Yeah, I rolled a 3 and a 1.
Yeah.
But
Wow.
It's okay. It's 6 damage more than it had taken a second time.
It's true, yeah. Better than 0.
As Xavier always says, an enemy at 1 hit point, right? Just
Yeah, an enemy at 1 hit point could hypothetically deal 100% damage, so taking him out is very important. So yeah, as it runs past you, you see his glowing ass, you swing out and crack it in the back, and yeah, you definitely see some blood starting to spill out from where your spikes had hit it. But it's gonna go ahead and swing on Gray. That's a nat 20, yay!
No.
Lucky you, the Fist of the Small Apes only does 1d6 damage, so this is not that bad. Well, it would not be that bad if I didn't roll like that. I'm just kidding, it's not that bad. I'm just kidding, it's not like that. So
There's a possibility I could go down.
It's 8 points of bludgeoning damage. And that's that.
I ain't looking too hot.
Neither is this ape. Ree.
How does this ape look?
It actually, as of the two arrows, so as you swing out at this one, you look back, you see another arrow. This thing's got easily half a dozen arrows sticking out of it, plus your damage. It is officially bloodied, meaning that it is actively bleeding and starting to stagger from blood loss and broken bones and shit. It's fucked up.
Alright. Well, she's... another question. Is there, like... Can I visibly easily tell its gender from where I am?
Fuck,
Like,
that's
is
a good
there,
question.
Like, you know...
Yeah, I mean, I'll tell you what, just make an intelligence check. No, you know what? No, don't make an intelligence check. Make a survival check for me. I think you're higher in survival. Oh yeah, 100% female.
Oh, okay.
Definitely a female.
Well, I'll still swing for that spot anyway.
Oh yeah, that definitely still hurts.
Still hurts.
Yeah,
Definitely.
Yeah. I mean, it's good target. Here we go.
Oh, rude as fuck.
Now I freaking... Well, it's a sensitive spot.
Yeah, so like as you do like the wind up and the undercut swing, you strike it right in the genitalia, and it screeches out and just like slams its fists into the ground a few times. Everybody bounces once or twice as it rears down with its other hand to cover the now horrific wound on its coochie area.
Yeah, you like that? How about this?
And I'll get her, like, kind of jab right straight up into the chin. Like, right over there. No, I don't think that's... yeah, that's it.
Yeah, so yeah, and as it's coming down screaming, you pop it in the chin and you hear like an audible crunch as the other of its two tusks cracks out of its mouth.
Okay, yeah, that's it. I'm just gonna have to brace for the retaliation here.
Alright, Doc. That's a lot of fucking damage. You guys have seriously fucked this thing up in very few rounds.
Doc's gonna say, "Stop yelling at me!" and run up to this, and not at all wanting to stab it in the crotch, we'll start.
But might do it anyways.
We'll start hacking and slashing wherever she can reach, pretty much at this point. She's very short. So short sword first. Cat.
You know, it's so funny watching these apes. It cracks me up because so 15 is gonna hit. The apes crack me up because we were on vacation this week. I'm not sure if anybody's been following, but so every single day I had planned something to go do within our vicinity that was a vacation type thing. So Thursday we went to Brookfield Zoo. We go into the fucking monkey house. There's an orangutan just chilling up in this tree, right? It's chewing on a stick. Drops its fucking stick. Climbs down from the tree. We're watching it, laughing, tee-heeing. It's kind of swinging and like, you know, just like fucking with the people watching. All of a sudden, this thing starts just straight up pissing onto the stick and then putting the stick up and licking it like a lollipop. Hold on, I'm not done. Finishes that, drops the stick that it had just gone all the way down to pick up, reaches behind it, shits into its hand, and just nonchalantly throws it into the deepest part of the enclosure twice. Everybody, there's this big dude behind me, and he's like, you wanna know what? Honestly, man, I gotta tell you something. That monkey knows he's nasty as fuck. You see him look at us, and when he caught his shit, just like, yeah, I just did that, I'm gonna do it again. And then threw it in. We were fucking dying.
It's so, I don't know if you've been to, I mean, most people have, I don't know if you've been to a highly populated zoo or not, but most of the time, like, nobody else exists. Like, you're going through, you're looking at exhibits, but in that moment, everybody noticed everybody, because you're all equally disgusted.
I was like, you know
You're
what?
Looking around like that just happened, right?
Yeah, no, even the kids. Liam was just like, it just caught its shit. Oh god. Okay.
That'd be 21 points of damage. Damage.
So you thrust up with the short sword, and as you do so, it's already, you see, as you're running up, Doc, the tooth is falling out of its mouth. This tusk, this underbitten tusk is falling out. Ree is screaming and beating on it. You hit it in a spot that you're not entirely sure, like, what biologically it hit, but it hit a nerve, because you see the whole right side of its body cramp up. Like, as you hit it, its face, shoulder, arms, everything just into this tight, like, ball of nothing as it you withdraw, and you see it stuck in this spot. It is on death's door.
Alright, I'm gonna try to put it out of its misery. 15 again.
15 does hit. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, this is slow, sorry. It's not 11 damage, that was the second
Oh,
roll.
oh, okay. I was like, what the fuck? How did the dagger do 11 damage?
I'm gonna give it a second here. I don't think it's giving me my damage. I'm gonna try again.
Just roll your damage, yep.
There it goes.
There is 11. Okay, there is 5. Okay.
5. I'm gonna refresh this turn.
Okay, so you swing up with the dagger, you pull the short sword out, you punch your dagger into the same hole that the short sword had just created. Again, its body locks down even tighter, and now it's starting to, like, partially flop, like it doesn't have control of all of its body. It is, like, right there, but it's just not dying.
Since Doc's not a cat anymore, the look of kind of anguish is very visible to anybody that can see her. Like, she clearly feels pretty freaking bad.
All right. Gray.
I'm gonna try something. I don't know if it's gonna work, but I want to cast Minor Illusion and make, like, a clone of me, and then have it run away.
Okay. So it cannot be any more than 5 foot cubed. It cannot create sound. It cannot create sound, light, smell, or any sensory effect.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So you create a minor illusion, and you want to create a duplicate of yourself.
Yeah. I guess it'll be like a foot short.
Okay. So as you do so, you create what appears to be a weird, rough version of yourself next to you.
I want it to, like, run away to see if the ape will attack it.
The ape does not. The ape is screaming and rearing back to smack you.
I see. Well then, this I'm just gonna try and run away anyway.
Understood. So it's a 24 to hit you.
That'll hit. I might go down.
That is 4 points of bludgeoning damage. You just barely survived being knocked the fuck out. This monkey just haymakered your ass, and you keep going.
And
I love the whole, like, hey, look over there.
Yeah, he just punches you in the face. He's like, "Nah, motherfucker, I'm not falling for that." It was it was definitely worth a shot.
No, this time, because it looks like the ape is fixed on everyone except me, he's gonna run back to Ree.
Oh,
I think I
okay.
can get to here
The hell are you doing back here?
in 25, 30.
All right. So yeah, you sprint around this thing. It punches you. It haymakers you, and you get behind Ree. All right. Anything else?
No, that's all I can do.
Okay. So the two apes that are currently next to Bofer, I'm just gonna fast forward their turns and roll all 4 d20s that I have up here against Bofer because they're all gonna swing on him. Alright, so that's definitely 1 miss, and then I have 2 18s, which are also gonna miss, and 1... That's so sad, I roll a 13 and I still fucking miss with these things because he's got a goddamn 20 armor class. So I hit once. 5, 6, 7... So, of this barrage of attacks that you guys see beating on Bofer, 1 manages to break through and actually cause him some serious damage. Give me 1 moment. Alright, Bofer turns around, and for his action, he pulls a potion vial from his belt and chugs it. 7, which actually just heals back exactly with the damage he was just dealt. Alright, as he does that, he turns and he just braces himself because he knows he can't really move out of the way of these guys, so that is the end of his turn. The giant ape, honestly, this might be its last fucking hurrah. It is going to... It's just going to keep fucking up Ree. Now, Ree, have you updated your hit points in Roll20?
In Roll20.
Oh, I just wanted to make sure.
In D&D Beyond, not Roll20, sorry.
Okay, no, it's okay. I just wanted to make sure because I can see him changing. I was like, God damn, you got a lot of hit points still. Thought I fucked you up more than that. Okay, so it's gonna swing at you twice. You gotta be fucking kidding me, man. I rolled a 3 and a motherfucking 4.
Yeah, that's
Hey, big guy.
Really? My last hurrah is gonna be bullshit? Yeah, so my high is a 13. So yeah, as it's rearing up, you see it is almost legitimately paralyzed on the right side as it reaches up this crooked arm and swings it at you. You dodge out of the way very easily. It kind of rolls halfway onto its back and tries to kick you, and you duck and the feet go over your head, and it just does not have any effect on you. Aurora, finish what you started.
Kind of feel bad now.
Yeah.
Well, I don't. So,
That's my girl.
Teach me your
I'm
ways.
gonna re-roll. I'm gonna re-roll the... Oh. Yep. Okay. Yes, that's a 1 for the piercing.
So it's
Damage.
six total. Because it
Yep,
rerolls
and
Slayer
then
Prey.
I want to yeah, and I want to... So, I've got 1 more D6 to roll.
Yep. So 11, right? Total is what it would be, because it would be...
The reroll is
So it'd be
still
6 plus 5
total.
is 11. Wait, say again? 8, did you say?
It'd be 14 total, because my piercing damage was a 1 on the die. I tried to re-roll that, still got a 1.
She rerolled her piercing curve.
And then,
Oh,
nine
I
and
gotcha. You know what? I thought it was, yeah, I'm looking at the calculations. They still confuse me when I highlight them. So, okay. Either way, how do you want to do it?
She still ignoring everything else, just 100% locked onto her prey, just lets out a low breath, and as she does, she releases that arrow, sends it into the cluster of other arrows. Full out Robin Hood style, hits the one arrow with the other arrow, pushes it further in the thing.
And as it does so, the ape rears back, throws its mouth open, and lets out one more guttural as it collapses forward, twitches a couple of times, and then takes one final breath, exhalation, and ceases its existence.
Okay, then I at that point, she's gonna kind of blink once. Her eyes are gonna go kind of normal for a second. I'm gonna use the. I don't. Help me out with combat economy here. I have a second attack.
Yeah, so you can make that
I-
second attack against whoever you want, but it just will not be with Slayer's Prey.
Well, that's. I also have. Do I still have a bonus action then?
Yeah, so you would actually technically have the bonus action. So because action economy with attacks are split up to the point where you can take an attack at any point in time if you have the multi-attack feature. You can attack, move, attack, bonus action, reaction, attack, however you want to do it. And I know that that's how Rangers are set up. So, yes, you can shoot, which you've just done, use your bonus action, which is going to be to move your thing, and then fire again for your second attack. Which I'm assuming is what you're planning on.
Yes, and that one is 85, so I'm not going to shoot at that one. I'm using a short bow now, so I'm going to make, I'm going to do the circle. I want.
Got
yep,
him.
Thank you.
Okay, yep, got him. So you look down, you immediately see these two apes just beating on Beaufort's shield as he's desperately drinking a potion and throwing its glass bottle onto the ground, and you take your second shot.
Yep. Now I need to double check if I can do Piercer again, or if it's one per attack or one per turn.
I'm almost positive it's one per turn. But go ahead and look that up. As you're doing that, it would be a hit, but it is going to burn one of its charges to try to displacement.
Yeah. And it is one per turn.
Holy shit, I rolled a 100. That does not happen very often. It absolutely dodges your arrow.
Yeah, it only happens for dodges and turning people into stone souls.
Yep. In other campaigns, luckily. So, yeah, so as you fire the arrow, you are spot on with where you need to be. This thing shifts out of existence for just a moment, like 3 inches to the right, and then rematerializes, but that arrow flies right past and misses.
Okay. That's all I'm doing. She's gonna keep firing until all the enemies are dead. Should clarify that.
Okay.
Please do that.
Yeah, clarifying enemies with your character's background is probably pretty important. Okay, so so this ape is going to charge forward.
Yeah. My old friend.
And it is going to rear back and slam the shit out of Gray. Alright, so that is a 19 to hit on the first attack.
Yeah, that'll do it.
Hell yeah, that's 9 points of bludgeoning damage.
I'm unconscious. I had 2 HP.
So as it rears back, it just... as you're turning around because this giant ape has fallen, this second ape, much smaller ape with all the weird glowing shit on it, turns around, and as it punches the shit out of Gray flips backwards onto his back, and all of a sudden, all of the fiery shit, whatever it was, is now gone from his person. From its person, I should say. Let me mark that off. Okay, then it rears back for its second attack. As it does that, it is going to strike at Ree. That is an 11. The 11 does miss. Alright, that ends its turn. Oh no, it's Ree, this poor monkey.
Oh, you done fucked up now, monkey! Oh, you done fucked up now!
She will spin around, whack it in the face with her Morning Star.
Yes.
Maybe? 14?
Oh, a 14 definitely hits. Yeah, it tries to you see it like blink like the shadows are going to save it again and nothing happens. And with 7 points of damage, you send it sailing back about 4.5 feet onto the ground, twitch a few times before breathing out its last.
I'll go get help! You just don't die on me!
And she'll run to this individual here, and then whack that one in the back of the head. And, yeah. 10.
Yeah, so this one was going to also try to displace itself, but the top of the round was technically Aurora, and it has already used its reaction. BAP! So you come down, and the Morningstar cracks this thing in the back of the head as it's beating on Bofur's shield, and you see its skull split wide open, and brain matter just cover the end of your Morningstar as if you had just beaten a cupcake with a hammer.
Nice.
Very metal.
So I like to eat my cupcakes with a hammer. Real just screamed to Bofur, "Bofur, Gray's down! You need to help him!"
And Bofur replies, he says, "Alright, get this fucking monkey off me and I'll give him a hand."
I'll get that monkey off your back, don't worry.
Alright, Doc.
Alright, Doc's not gonna wait for Bofur because she's right here. 5, 10, 15. I'm gonna use healer healing.
Okay. Remind me. I'm sorry, I'm stupid.
That's okay. No, you're not stupid. As an action, you can spend 1 use of a healer's kit to tend to a creature and restore
Yes.
6 plus
Yep.
4.
Yep.
8.
Alright, so Doc pulls out the med shit, starts tying off tourniquets and bandaging you, and it's like holding your head up at an elevation that's getting blood running back to your heart, and all of a sudden Gray kind of blinks back to existence. And you see this little gnomish woman staring in your eyes, just like, "Don't die on me now, motherfucker!
There.
There's monkeys in the trees!"
I thought you wanted a kobold, Candace. Come on.
And then she's gonna run down here.
Okay. Gray. So as you look up, she's already like you see like she bites off the end of this tourniquet, and she's like, "You're gonna be good." Turns and she starts running. As you wake up and look around, you see this massive, like, 4,000-pound dead King Kong looking fucking gorilla in front of you, and then behind you hear as this thing is beating on Bofur's shield still, and Bofur's like, "Get this fucking thing off me, I need to heal."
Yeah, okay. Hold on. 1 second. I'm gonna cast, I'm just gonna think of what I'm saying, but I'm gonna use Vicious Mockery on it.
Okay, is that a save on my end or an attack on your end?
It's a save.
A save? This thing, as of right now, looks, from where you're at, unscathed.
Okay, perfect.
It's the only monkey who hasn't been touched.
An untouched monkey.
Don't get excited,
I
Candace.
think in Gray's stage, he's not gonna be like, "I can't think of an insult right now." Yep.
You're not even worse than
Just kill over.
So you say, "Just keel over," and as you let it resonate, you see this like dark, like purpley, shadowy energy kind of like coalesce around one of its ears, and then like siphon inside. What's the save against?
It is a wisdom.
Well, I rolled a 6, and I'm telling you right now, I fucking failed. So go ahead and give me some damage.
Okay. Got an improved Vicious Mockery now. If my
Oh, that's right, it's a
computer
cantrip.
will unfreeze.
I have to share just because we're on the topic. These were priestesses from the first campaign. These are all her vicious mockery insults in this notebook.
5 damage and has disadvantage on its next attack.
All right, so yeah, as you let off this incantation and the smoke kind of almost absorbs or siphons inside of its head, you see it lean forward suddenly and blood begin to spill out of its right nostril. All right, anything else, Gray?
He's gonna lie back down.
All right. The ape at this point is infuriated and continues to beat on Bofur's shield. And I'm sorry, did you say it had disadvantage on its attacks?
On its next attack, and only on one.
On one. Okay, so this is its next attack disadvantage. Ah! I rolled 2 17s, I swear to fucking God. I rolled 2 17s. I rolled 2 17s. It is not often that happens. And I rolled a nat 20 on the second attack. And look, no, Candace, look at this shit. I'm not fucking kidding. Of course, it's on your fucking healer.
Yep.
All right, so. 13, 14, 15, 17. So the first strike comes up, and as it comes down, you see this pulse of like black and purple smoke kind of coalesce around its head. As the vicious mockery takes effect, it shakes through that and punches Bofer's shield out of the way, and then it fucking uppercuts him, straight up hits him in the jaw. You guys hear something crunch as you see white pieces fall out of Bofer's mouth, and he flips onto his back, and you see him begin to death rattle. That is the end of the monkey's turn, but Bofer is going to make a death saving throw. Oh god, how do I do a fucking death saving throw in D&D Beyond?
You have to go down to 0. Change his hit points to 0. So minus 28. Yeah. Enter? There you go. And then, the actual saving throw, I guess, we just use the roll 20.
Oh, is that all it is?
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, I know what it is, I'm just curious if there was a button or not.
No, not that I found yet. But that's how you mark it.
Ooh, a 7. That's a failure. Alright, so you see Bofer breathe in heavily and then exhale as he enters his death rattle state. Aurora.
I'm still doing what I've been doing. I'm going to take my other bonus action to move the other prey lock one.
Yep.
Flares, yeah. So that's the first attack.
Oh, Jesus Christ, 18. Alright, that's the end of the monkeys, friends. Good fight. Yeah, no, on a serious note, though, let me turn off this horrifying audio. Sorry, it was actually starting to fucking freak me out. Like, really bad, actually. It's scary audio. Imagine a guy who has to listen to that 30 fucking times as he's recording it so that he can get all of the different layers correct. I didn't sleep right for a week. What? Who laughed? Monkeys in the trees? No. Alright, guys, so, yeah. Alright, so that will effectively end combat. So, as combat concludes, what you guys, you hear the sound of the howling cease. You hear the sound of the monkeys stop. You feel the rage from your body fade from existence. Aurora, you feel the last of your prey cease to exist. What do you do?
Doc would certainly go over and do healer healing on Bofer.
Okay, go ahead and mark another charge off for me, please, on your healer's kit.
Finally cutting into the next one.
Okay, so you've ended, one of them is gone?
Yes.
Now make sure just, you delete that from your inventory because it will still count the weight. If you have 2 healer's kits and you've used one completely, delete the one completely because it will still count that it weighs the full amount.
Okay.
And once you've used it, it's gone. Like, it's done.
Yeah, I got notes as well. Okay, I'm gonna do this.
Not gonna lie, guys, I was half expecting that big ass monkey to turn into Nightbreeze or something.
Bofer he wakes up and his eyes flicker open as Doc finishes the healing and he goes, "Did we get him?"
Yeah, we got him.
Oh, thank Moradine. I'm done.
To just take a second to confirm, I've got it that I used 9 arrows.
Yep.
But okay, just wanted to make sure, and obviously I'm going to eventually see if I can retrieve any of them, but right now I just want to watch and extend senses and see if there's anything else. I'm ready to shoot at anything monkey-ish.
Sure. So your senses, I apologize. What are they?
I'm just listening at the moment. I'm
just
not
listening.
getting...
Go ahead and give me a perception check.
Okay. Because using my actual ability, yes, there's animals in the forest. That's not going to help.
Okay, so yeah, with the 16, no, you do not hear any other semblance of monkey or ape creature in your vicinity. You still hear birds. You still hear things moving through the brush, but as your currently heightened senses coming down off of that adrenaline rush are glancing around, you do not sense any other danger in the vicinity.
Okay. Yeah, she's not going to move. She's just going to stay there and basically stand guard and still be as half orky as a halfling can be.
Okay.
I think Ree would like to take a closer look at the giant-ass ape.
Okay, looking for anything in specific?
I don't know, any kind of markings or I don't know. I can't imagine she's ever seen a giant ape before, so she doesn't know exactly what she's looking for. But like, if this is some kind of magical creature, I guess is kind of the idea.
Okay, yeah, no, absolutely. I'll tell you what. Give me a. Are you proficient in animal handling by any chance?
No.
No.
Absolutely not.
Okay, then give me an investigation check.
Okay, that's actually the same roll. Terrible.
It's tough being a barbarian.
Yeah, it is.
So there are no markings on this thing that make it stand out in any particular way. But the fact that it is as large as it is, that obviously makes it stand out. It was identical in every way, shape, and form to the other smaller apes, except
It wasn't purple.
there was no glowing veins, no glowing eyes, no nothing, and it did nothing shadowy.
You guys think this is like the mama ape, like the big mama daddy ape? I don't know how apes make other apes, but I assume it has something to do with the same kind of way goblins make other goblins, right?
Beaufort, give me 1 second, let me roll. So Beaufort, he kind of nods and he's like, "Yeah, no, I think this was a dire ape, or a dire gorilla, or a dire monkey, or something like that. Dire creatures are like much bigger forms, physically than the other creatures of their same type. Like when have you ever seen a dire wolf before, Ree?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's kind of like a dire wolf, where like you got a wolf who's like a little pup, and then there's a big fucking wolf, right? Dire wolf, and they got like spikes and tendrils and like thick matted fur. I think that's what this thing was.
I think Royal set up and go, didn't you guys fight giant rats in the Citadel or something?
Yeah, we did. They're gross, but I mean they taste good.
And as that kind of like, as Gray says that, Ree, it kind of like, actually, you know what? Hang on. This might not. Give me just an intelligence check, please.
That's my strong suit.
I'll play to the stats. Holy shit, you're all fucking...
What the heck?
As Gray says that, you're like, oh, my honey bun is so smart. There are normal rats, and there are dire rats. There are normal apes, there are dire apes. There are normal wolves, there are dire wolves. He just made it full circle.
There are dire ferns. Ah, okay, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Full fucking circle. This is just boom. God, that's why I love this guy.
Why is everything in this wood freaking dire and big and trying to fucking eat us?
It's druids.
Yeah.
So speaking of eating people and tearing people apart brutally, should we be concerned about Nightbreeze? Like, do you think like maybe like he's being like, corrupted by the purple poison? Because that was a pretty strong reaction to some drugs.
It was, but
Just real quick, just so you guys know, Beaufort at this point, he has drawn out a circle around him and he says, all right, I'm sorry, but I'm pretty screwed up. Keep talking. I gotta focus. I'm gonna perform a ritual and get us kind of patched up. Hey, Aurora, hun, sweetheart, sweet tea, you feeling all right up there? You good? You hurt?
Beaufort, you might want to stop.
Are you kidding me? I just had my shit beat in by gigantic, pissed off gorillas. I am not feeling well. I need to perform this ritual. Aurora, you okay?
She gives Beaufort a absolute hawky, half-orky death glare at the kindness, and then pauses for a second. I'm fine.
I'm just saying.
Careful,
shot
Boar, she
him in
might
the
break
throat.
your bathtub.
Yeah, he was just standing in the way.
All right. I'm gonna go ahead and prepare this ritual. Sorry, y'all keep talking. And he begins, boom, casting his prayer of healing.
And if I look at the party, can I tell? Well, now I'm gonna tell afterwards. Can I tell how fucked up people are, or do I need to get closer for that?
You know what? You will need to get closer. Yeah, because you're 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45. You're over, you're almost 100 feet away from these guys. So yeah, you'll definitely have to get closer.
Okay. Also, this terrain, because I didn't get the initial description, how hard is it going to be to navigate over to the party?
It's not super difficult. I mean, you can climb down because there are stepped ledges that go all the way down. So getting down isn't difficult, but from where you are to the riverbed, it is 10 feet down. So you'll just have to spend 10 feet of movement. Again, don't even have to roll for it. It was a combat only thing. So you easily can climb down and navigate it, no problem.
Okay. Well, I will wait until after ritual's done and stuff, because that seems like a perfect time for them to get ambushed.
All right. So, sorry, he begins his ritual. You all can roleplay to your heart's content. I will be right back, but I can hear you.
So, I don't think he's possessed. I don't think he's infected. I think that he's very serious about his policy, and I think that it's also possible maybe maybe this wasn't her first offense. I don't know. But he told us a few times when we got here that he doesn't do that kind of thing here, and I think that for him, to have one of his own bring in something, and druid spores sounds pretty serious to me. I mean, that's definitely not something we're supposed to have our hands on. It's not something you asked for either, which I did tell him when he made me tell him, so.
Yeah, I know. And that, I mean, I don't know. I guess I was assuming that, if you break the rules, maybe you get locked up for a minute, not torn in fucking half.
But maybe she's broken the rules before. Maybe this was third or fourth offense. Who knows? We don't know the story.
What, like step one's like you make yourself a cow all day. Step two is you get your shit ripped in half.
Maybe it's easier to rip cows in half than it is to rip elves in half. I've never ripped people in half, so I don't know.
Can't be easier.
When you're a treant, it might be.
I don't know. Maybe.
I don't know. In all honesty, I don't know. What I will say though is, this is being somebody who's traveled to many different places, the culture changes from place to place, right? So in one town they might put people on trial, and in another town you are just hanged. That's just how it is. Everybody's a little bit different. You wouldn't love that town. We still have to turn your ass in and pay for you, Mr. Invisible.
No, we're not doing
No, I
that.
don't think we need to go back there.
We do, actually. That's something that we do need to do when we're done here, I think. Otherwise, I am not going to court again for harboring a fugitive again. I'm not doing it.
Why do we need to go back there?
If they find out that he's been with us this whole time when he's wanted, he's a fugitive right now. If we go back, let them talk some crap to him while he's there, and then pay his fines, it's going to be way easier than trying to keep him a secret and not being able to go to Middleton.
No, we just don't need to go. We just don't go back to Middleton. Right?
He has to pay for him to get out. They're gonna find him eventually. That's my point. Especially if they're plastering his face around like they did to She Who Had No Name at one point.
Yeah.
I gave her a surname. It's at one point.
I guess maybe we'll deal with that. I guess when the time comes. But
Yes.
I mean, I don't see any reason to go back there. If it comes to it, yeah, fine. We'll pay the money. I guess.
I'd rather do that, because if the whole adventuring thing doesn't work out for me, I'd like to go back to doctoring.
All right. So,
Maybe difficult with the small.
So you'd think.
Better.
Might be
You get
easier
all-
without the claws.
Yeah, probably better. You can get all into all the orifices and whatnot.
Just be an ape doctor. All right, so so the ritual concludes, and Beaufort slaps his gauntleted hand down onto the circle around him, and everybody, meaning Beaufort, Doc, Ree, and Gray, regain 11 hit points as he finishes his prayer of healing.
Hell yeah.
Thanks,
Thank you,
Bowfire.
Beaufort.
He finishes, and he pants, and he's like, "Oh, y'all are welcome." Whew, sorry about that. That was, boy, that was nasty, wasn't it?
It was. That was a giant monkey. That was a giant monkey.
He kind of looks at the lot of everybody, and he says, "Oh, man, we're all pretty messed up still, aren't we?"
I feel good.
Well, you look good.
A lot better.
Yeah, actually, everybody looks okay. He kind of looks down at himself, and you guys see him actively bleeding through his chainmail, and he's like, "Oh shit, it's just me, isn't it?"
Yeah, pretty much.
All right, well, Doc, you said you can only like successfully use your med kit on me once a day, right?
To that extent, yes.
To this
I
extent,
can
yeah, 'cause my
help
body
you
won't
come
take
back.
to it.
Yes, yes. I can
All
help
right.
you come back to very minor, like the most minor health, any times, as many times as I
Well,
have
you
to.
just take it.
What now?
Can you heal yourself?
I mean, I can heal myself, yeah, but do we want to like just maybe take a little nap real quick since?
Yeah, let's take a little nappy poo under this log.
Oh, actually, that's a pretty good idea because I feel like I'm about to pass out from blood loss. So yeah, let's go ahead and do that. If y'all are all right with it, if not, I'll just
Yeah.
heal myself.
No. Let's have you take a rest.
All right, all right,
Okay.
all right. So you guys are gonna take
I'm
a
gonna do
short rest, I'm assuming.
Yep.
Yes.
I'm gonna do the thing.
What thing, bud?
Let me. Song of Rest.
Oh,
Ooh, what does that do?
If you or any creature who can hear your performance regains hit points at the end of a short rest by spending one or more hit dice, each of those creatures regains an extra 1d6 hit points.
oh shit!
Very useful.
Wow, that's really awesome.
Yeah, been waiting.
So I would, if I were to use mine, I would roll like a 1d12 plus a 1d6.
1d6.
Yeah.
Awesome. Love it.
Seeing them all going to apparently rest, I'm going to navigate my way over and take up a watchful position. 'Cause
Okay.
I'm fine. I'm still adrenaline. I don't need to rest.
Yeah, and with you coming over here, Kat, you realize that the only one, especially after the ritual that Beaufort concludes, the only one really looking legitimately seriously fucked up is Beaufort. So with that being said, Beaufort is going to heal a little bit here. Give me a second. Oops, I didn't mean to do that.
Damn.
How the fuck do I...
I
Oh,
think I
there's the
got that
game.
d6.
How the fuck do I roll?
Alright, I'll flip back to full.
Alright, here we go.
You got a short rest.
Yeah, I did the short rest thing. It didn't, 12... 12 plus 7, okay. All right. Okay, sorry about that, guys. I had to adjust some things there.
Better d6.
All right. Oh, did you? Okay, so you added another 6.
Yeah.
No, you get a d6 as long as you like spend a single hit dice
Oh.
at the end.
Oh, I have to roll a new d6. Oh, okay.
Yep.
Give me 1 sec. Sorry about that. There's the d6. Hey, 4 more points.
Yeah.
All right, so with spending some things and the Song of Rest, which is a beautiful, I believe, drum medley, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
Bofer is from his 17 points way back up into the 40s, so he's actually you know what? Yeah, he's good. He's good.
I would like to look around at the party as they start to like prepare to move.
Get
again,
themselves
despite
ready.
the conclusion of-
Okay, go ahead and give me a medicine check, please.
Fuck yeah, I'm definitely still in the hunter mode.
Okay, yeah, 20 is perfect. So, Gray is 19 out of 23. Ree is 61 out of 81.
No, I'm back up to full. Sorry, I didn't have.
He hasn't updated his own fucking character. Gray looks okay. Ree is at 61 of 81. Doc is flawless, you're flawless, and Bofer is 42 out of 59. So.
Okay, then I'm gonna, as they gear up to move a little bit, I'm going to, just gonna look at them like, dwarf, move your armor, let me see.
He kind of picks his arm up, and you can see underneath his arm, there's clearly some damage to the chainmail. Is about 16 links under his arm, and the size of a large man's fist have been busted into pieces, and you see blood pooling. And he says, "No, I'm fine. I'm all right. It's no big deal. How the hell did you notice that?"
She just gives him a flat look.
All right. Well, no, I suppose that's right.
She's going to kind of shake her head even as she's starting to say it, and she's going to reach out, mutter an incant that she doesn't even realize that she's doing, and brace that wound for another
Perfect.
4.
All right, yeah, and there's a flash of light. You guys all see it. You hear the incantation. She doesn't seem to notice, but Bofer looks down and he goes, "Oh shit, thanks."
You're going to need to fix that armor, but I think you can handle that one.
He kind of laughs and he goes, "Yeah, no, I think I can probably manage, the armor thing." He kind of looks around at everybody else. Speaking of which, how is everybody's armor doing? Is everybody's weapons and armor doing okay? Do we need any repairs or anything like that? No, Candace, you said that you were able to do the healer healing after a short rest? I thought it was once a day.
Short or long rest is what it says. I just looked at it.
That's the heal a d6 thing?
Yeah, 1d6 plus 4, and it says the creature can't regain HP from this feat again until it finishes a short or long rest. So as long
That
as they
is
take
a
the short
super fucking powerful ability. Thank God it's a feat. Okay, so I have cleared everybody's thing. All right, so yeah, he looks around though and he says, everybody's armor doing all right? Yeah, weapons okay? Aurora, you got ammunition. Oh, speaking of Aurora's ammunition, give me 1 sec.
Yep.
You shot. There was 9 arrows. Is that correct? That I have listed.
Yep.
Thank you.
So while you're doing that, Ray.
You recover 4 of your 9 arrows successfully.
Awesome. Ray, are you still hurt?
Oh no, I'm feeling great.
You're favoring your side slightly.
I am? No, I feel great.
Not much.
Say I can't walk?
I didn't say that.
Bofer smiles and he says, "Hey, she's hurt. She ain't going to admit it though."
No. I'm actually 100% fine. I'm actually 100% fine. I mean, look at me. Feel great.
That's bullshit.
I'm gonna reach out. I'm gonna attempt to just poke Ree in the side where I know that injury is.
Make a Constitution saving throw, Ree.
What? What?
Yeah, she's poking you in an open wound. It's not a big wound, but it's a big enough. It's a big enough wound to 11. Let's see. How much are you down? 60. Oh
Actually,
yeah. Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
Oh wait. Hang on. I didn't actually update my thing.
Uh-oh.
Oh, well.
I'm actually at 100%.
Oh, okay.
So,
I'm
sorry,
sitting over here this whole time going, yeah, she looks fucked up. Okay, so
Sorry, I forgot to update my thing in Roll20.
It's okay. It's all right, no problem. It's so funny because I can see all your guys' bars, but yeah, no, the only one hurt is Bofer currently, and he still looks pretty good. He looks pretty Bofer.
Ignore everything I just said then.
Bofer kind of squints and he's like, "Oh shit, there's blood in my eye." Oh no, she looks all right.
Just the hair.
Messy hair don't care, right, Gray?
Ree, Doc, can you get your hand with us?
Wait, what?
With getting this thing's pelt.
Oh, shit, that's a lot of pelt. Yeah, alright. What do you need me to do?
Well, I'm gonna need your hand here. Gonna need to kind of pull while cutting through. You've done this before, haven't you?
Yeah, well, yeah, I did it with the dire rat, but I never did it with a fucking 4,000 fucking pound gorilla.
Okay, well, try not to make the holes worse.
Those are pretty bad. There's a lot of them. But yeah, I'll help.
Okay, sorry, I got really excited because I literally wrote DCs for fucking skinning these things because it was the only treasure they had to offer, and I cannot believe that one of you was like, "We're skinning this bitch."
We've been talking about this entire fight.
Oh my fucking god. Okay, well, whoever is doing the primary skinning, okay, so here's how it works. You can make a survival check to skin it. If you have two people who are actively or one person who is actively assisting the primary who has proficiency in survival, you get to then roll with advantage.
Yeah, don't ask this bitch.
Well, that's fucking easy then.
Yeah,
So whoever has the highest, if you want to decide however you do that, or whoever's the primary, roll with advantage.
I've got a +5.
Oh, you win.
Nice.
Fucking Rangers. And people shit on Rangers. Yo, want a monkey pill?
This is what I do. And it's dwarf. Your god have something to say about the sharp blades and stuff.
He kind of blinks and looks up at you and he says, What are you talking about? Oh, I see what you're getting at. Let's see. Light be blessed, butter be fresh, your blades be sharp, and I hope your hair's not a mess. Guidance. And you feel this pulse of radiant energy over your whole being, and you gain guidance. So go ahead and roll with advantage plus guidance.
Okay, did you have that written or
No!
D4?
Yep, D4.
Oh, right. Okay, that was.
Are you
almost
kidding me? That
right
was
there.
totally random. I didn't write shit.
So let's do a 25.
Okay, well, with a DC 14, that was pretty fucking good. So, here's how this goes. And I will say, because you rolled fucking almost a 30 total. So each one of the apes, the small apes, you can net a small pelt from. That will weigh 8 pounds each, that are salvageable at this point. The giant ape has a pelt that you have successfully skinned off, that if you carry it with you, weighs 50 pounds. The net weight in meat, if you want to take it from these apes, is 300 pounds. Pick and choose how much you want to take, because you've just successfully done it. You've carved these bitches into nothingness.
Of the two things. One, she does it with a practice movement that's a little bit disturbing. Second, How many of these small apes were there?
Yeah, so it's funny because these gorillas look a fuckload like dwarves when you skin them, and God, it's just creepy how easily the halfling carves through them. So there was 9 small apes and 1 giant ape. So we'd be looking at 72 pounds of small pelts and then 50 pounds of for the giant. But the giant ape, you guys are all well aware. Every single one of you, regardless of your history, lore, arcana capability, this thing is like the white whale of apes.
How the fuck are we gonna move this giant ass pelt? We get like a horse and cart.
You're a strong goblin.
I'm a strong goblin, but this thing, I mean, rolled up, this thing's gotta be huge.
Oh, it's fucking massive. Now, if I'm not mistaken, when you hit level 6, didn't you double your fucking drag capacity?
Yeah.
But that's still this thing is still way too heavy, right?
Yeah, my drag is, I mean, I feel like I could carry maybe 150 more pounds without having an issue. If we want to push the dang thing, you know, it's over twice that, but I don't know if that's really, I mean, is that really where we're at right now?
I don't care about the small one, but I'll be damned if I'm leaving this hide behind.
Where are we gonna move it though? Where are we gonna store it?
Well, when we bring it back to the grove, we can can it properly.
How are they gonna receive a giant? I mean, like,
I don't want to get ripped in
this is
half
like
by
something
the
they
druid.
worshipped and we just killed it
Yeah.
on top of doing drugs right before we left.
Yeah,
Well,
I feel
didn't
like
do the
I'm
drugs.
sorry,
I,
on top.
I didn't.
One moment.
I didn't.
One moment.
Bofer throws his hand up and he says, real quick, I didn't do drugs either, just so we're clear.
Listen,
I definitely did the drugs.
there's like
Okay.
a situation where we've got Henry. Okay.
Henry got ripped in fucking half because these two dumbasses decided to snort spores in Archdruid Nightbreeze's tent. And I'm sorry, that comes straight from Moradine. Ain't
Henry-
nothing else.
Henry brought them. To be fair, Reed didn't ask for druid spores.
I
Reed
was
asked
I
for
was just
weed.
hoping for some more halfling weed. That shit was fucking fantastic.
And,
I wasn't
and I believe
expecting.
a pipe as well, since that's currently in my chest.
Yeah, I did get a pipe though.
Maybe they were
Alright.
meant to be smoked and not snorted.
I feel like 98% sure that's correct. However, I feel that without knowing for sure that this wasn't a creature they worshipped or cherished, or maybe bringing it back to the druids wouldn't be the best idea, because I can tell you, if somebody brought me, like, you know, Garl's head on a platter, I'd have an issue with that.
He kind of glances back and he goes, wait, are you suggesting that
don't
Garl is a deity and this monkey was a deity to Archdruid Nightbreeze? Archdruid Nightbreeze he transformed into a fucking tree and ripped a cow in half. You think he gives a shit about this monkey?
Did you have a conversation with him about who he worships?
I mean, he might.
He stops and he goes, you know what? We did not discuss theology. So I'm gonna go ahead and step back from this conversation. I apologize.
I've seen people worship some weird shit in my time.
Right, and so my concern is that we say, you know, it's like when you wake up and your cat has brought you a dead mouse on your chest, and it's really excited that it caught the dead mouse and brought it to you, but you're like, what the fuck? This is a dead mouse and I was sleeping?
Sounds
of
like,
thing.
were you the one who brought the dead mouse?
Well, listen.
Regularly.
Tell me
may
about
or
the
may
story.
not-
Does sound like it's coming from experience.
There may or may not have been times where I thought I did something good that other people didn't exactly agree with. Let's move on. Let's not
Well,
jump the gun on who else is gonna move this giant pelt. I mean, like Doc looks around and like sees it's totally empty.
Bofer kind of blinks and he goes, well, wait a minute though. We just spent like 35 minutes carving this fucking thing's pelt from its body. So maybe we just come back for it. And once
I
we're
agree.
done, if we can find the Vidor and Pushka or whatever the hell his name was, maybe we come back, grab it, drag it back, pick it up, you know, fly it back. I don't know, teleport.
I agree that we should move it. I'm just saying maybe not to the druids. I'm
Oh,
just
yeah.
a little-
I mean, also, to be fair, he probably already knows that we murdered this giant ass ape anyway. I mean,
especially if he worships it. That's fair. So we moved.
Well, yeah, he did say anything that has the purple veins, we kill it immediately, right?
This one didn't have the purple veins.
Bofors, you see him, eyes wide. Oh,
We defended ourselves, but this one
Shit.
didn't have the purple veins.
I
All
mean,
of
yeah,
the-
he did drive me into the ground like a fucking nail. So,
That- I was too busy
too.
getting my ass whooped by small monkeys, sorry.
So a couple of things about that. First of all, survival of the fittest.
Is that in my fucking
First
pretty
audio?
fucking fit, but we still managed to get it.
It's rumbles in my audio that I keep thinking are fucking
Yeah, I hear him.
I
fireworks.
just spent 2 fucking nights hunting this goddamn thing. I am not leaving it behind.
Oh yeah, where the fuck were you, Aurora? We were talking and we were doing all sorts of shit. You didn't say a goddamn word, and you just picked up and fucking took off like a hound dog on a Mississippi tree stump. Son of a bitch. Y'all have been to Mississippi, by the way? Fantastic place, just south.
Can't say I have.
Just south of Port St. and it's fantastic. I did not say any of that. But on a serious note, where the fuck have you been for the past day and a half?
Doc looks intently.
Hi. I felt so I know gonna sound very
She's a robot.
but I felt this pull. This felt something was odd.
I think that's called gravity. That was a big ass monkey.
Yeah,
Dwarf, if you
gravity's a
say another
bitch.
word,
Yeah, it is.
Yes.
if you say another word, Dwarf, I'm gonna do to you what I just did to that monkey.
He sits down.
Doc somehow tries to stand taller. I'm not afraid of you.
You are just barely taller than a sitting dwarf.
And Aurora is still the shortest out of us.
She is, hands down, by like 5 inches.
Something strange about these woods, and I felt there was this pull. I don't know. Point is, couldn't wait, followed it, found this fucker, hunted it, ran into you.
That last part is the part that bugs me. After the conversation we had the other night, that last part is the part that bugs me.
Well, I watched as the screaming apes, the little ones, all went towards you. This thing wasn't towards you yet, so I thought there was a chance that I could put it down before it hurt any of you.
I appreciate the thought, okay, but look, I haven't told anybody about the situation out there where you're.
Why did you make your hand in a circle like that? Did she get fucking lost or something?
No, of course not. She's a great hunter.
Make a deception check. Make a fucking deception check. Lucy, give me a fucking insight check.
It was almost an 18.
Actually, holy shit, Ree, what is your past? Yeah, whoa, hold on. Yes, oh god damn, Bofer rolled a fucking nat 20. Bofer, he looks at you like, what the fuck you talking about, Willis? Oh, Lucy, yeah, no, she is lying through her fucking teeth.
She didn't even try to hide it very well either.
I'm sorry, Kat, you said you want to make an intimidation check, is that right?
Yeah, she wants to death glare Bofer.
Oh, okay, yes. Yes.
Don't you fucking try it.
Yes, please make an intimidation check for me, please.
Please be in that one, please.
But Doc is like, but if you're gonna leave, especially if you're gonna leave for days on end, we just talked about what it means to be a group, right? I mean,
gonna pause you real fast. Do you, which stat do you want me to use for the intimidate for this?
Well, how are you?
Talk about this.
How are you trying
It's-
to intimidate him? Are you
it's
saying
flat out-
something, or
No, it-
are you like drawing a hand across your throat? What are you doing?
Nope, it's flat out the
Death
kind of
glare?
Death glare.
Death glare. Go ahead and use your strength modifier for me.
That's going to be okay. So it's just going to be one above whatever this is then.
I appreciate that question, by the way, because they do have a lot of alternative rolls.
Yeah. We actually just had a conversation about this.
Well,
Yeah.
full blown. Oh no, 18. Oh, hold on, hold the fuck.
19.
I actually,
Because I'm
Yep, got it. I gotta actually roll against that. Nope, rolled a 6. So as Beaufort, he puts his hand up in protest initially during this whole exchange, and you shoot this glare at him, and you see his hand go, and he kind of purses his lips, and he sits back, and he shuts the fuck up. However, out of the corner of your eye, you see Gray catch your attention ever so slightly, and you realize that you have not fooled this sly bastard.
I mean, that's fine. I'll just call him a coward later if I need to. What's there about right now?
Yeah, because you did see him run away from that fucking monkey. he links fucking duck and rolled out of the way. Okay, sorry. Anyways, so Beaufort shuts the fuck up.
Doc tries to move past it because she knew she was not good at lying about that. Doc's not a great liar.
And
But
Aurora's gonna look at Doc, and her tone's gonna, as hostile as she was a second ago towards Beaufort, her features soften, and like I know, but I wasn't sure what it was that I felt that I could sense. There wasn't time you were dealing with the pool. I thought I was just gonna be outside, and then
you were never on your own before, but you were, and you are not on your own anymore. Okay. I mean, I thought you left. I wrote you off.
told you I wasn't gonna do that.
Yeah, but you did it once before. Then you disappeared without saying anything. I don't expect you to change overnight. I understand it's going to be difficult to break old habits. But just write a note. Even if it's just like a drawing of a middle finger. Leave something so that we know you're going, you'll be back.
Drawing up a middle finger, you're gonna take it as me saying that I'm not coming back.
If you leave something, that tells me you are. You leaving with nothing, with saying nothing, you leaving no sign of anything is honestly what made me give you the middle finger. She like looks down at her feet.
You know what? She's going to look down at her hand for a second, and she's going to take off the ring, the ranger ring from her.
Oh,
She's
Caracas.
going
Holy
to
shit.
Hold it out.
Is this like a promise ring?
When's the ceremony?
You see Beaufort's eyes go wide. Yeah, Beaufort's eyes go wide, and he goes, just so y'all know, I do have a ceremony ritual I can prepare, but I'm going to need a good night's sleep before I can do that. And I can bond you in marriage if necessary.
Doc tries to backhand Gray, but she's too short, so she just like smacks him in the shin. And then she waves everybody off, and she puts her hand out for the ring.
Nope, Beaufort backs up again. He just hands up, like, hands up, don't shoot.
Yeah, Aurora's actually, she doesn't even look at Beaufort this time. She's just locked on Doc. And she up and says, "It's the only time that I've
You
ever
have
had
know how
something like
high
that.
I can fly.
I'll always be back for it.
Oh, that's good.
And I'm not just talking about the ring."
You may now kiss the bride.
Doc slaps.
Gray, shut your ass up.
You get a punch to the knee, to the right kneecap.
Ow! Damn it. My frail ass body. I'm down. Call a medic.
Doc doesn't look. I'm right here. Doc doesn't look away from Aurora, she like sideways punches Gray in the knee and then puts the ring on her finger and just nods and yeah.
And I will take that off of my.
I'll add it to mine.
Yep, absolutely. And at this point, Beaufort finally, he stands and he kind of looks around and goes, I'm not going to lie, that was hands down the happiest scenario I think tonight could have gone, considering we're surrounded by like dozens of scalped monkey corpses. It's starting to stink, though. Y'all think we can maybe move north and try to figure this shit out with Vidor and Pushka?
Well, before you are going to have to tell me what we're actually doing, but if we don't do something to preserve this, then it's going to be an absolute waste.
How do we preserve it? I mean, we got nothing to do.
You have like salt or what it?
Do we have like? We need a shit ton of salt to make this work.
Well, that's if you want to preserve the meat. If you want to take care of the hides, we're going to need the brains from the smaller monkeys. Well, the big one would work too, and then 3, I'm gonna need you to piss on it a lot.
You see Beaufort kind of like running math through his head, and he stops and he goes, "Yeah, you're not wrong about that. I can only really fuck with I can only really mess with stuff that has to do with metal. So unless we're gonna transmutate this into something that's metal, we're gonna need a lot of pee and a lot of salt."
I mean, I haven't been drinking very well today. I've been trying to ration my water, so it might be a little bit.
If it's in
apple
water,
cidery.
does it help if it's in water? And she'll like motion to the running.
No, there is no crick here. It is a dry riverbed.
Okay.
Sorry, I apologize.
I thought it's okay. I thought there was some. I remember you saying about the outside, but for some reason I was thinking there's something in the middle.
Wait a minute. Can we, okay, so let me ask you a question. Aurora, if I were to, I have something at my disposal here. If I were to enchant somebody's blade to become fiery on an elemental level, you think we could run the fire along the whole length of the blade to preserve it, to kind of like cook out the spots that would rot? Because I can do it if that's necessary. I can make that happen.
Cat has no idea whether or not that would be a thing, so I'm gonna ask if I can roll a survival check.
You absolutely can roll a survival check because it has to do with preserving something in the wilderness. Yes, Lucy.
I don't know if Gray would know, but like cooking meat in a forest is probably not the best idea because it might attract predators.
You know what? No, that's common fucking sense. And one thing Gray has over most people, he's not a very physical man. He's not very constitutionally heavy. And as far as his dexterity goes, well, throw me off a fucking tree, why don't you? But which I did. But he does know that yes, if you start a fire, in an area where predators are around, there's a good chance you're gonna fucking pull the predators to you.
I think he will point that out.
Did.
So really quick, the 24 survival, you absolutely know that because you have the pelts are there. The meat is ready for the taking. The meat's going to be a little bit harder because you're going to have to salt it raw or cook it and smoke it, which is going to take a very long time in order to preserve it. But as far as the pelts are concerned, if you had a legitimate source of fire and you could run over the underbelly of the pelt, which is the side that does not have fur on it, it's the side that has the fat layers that connect that then to the muscle tissue. If you can burn off all of that fat and scorch the bottom layer, which becomes quote-unquote leather, then you can preserve it later on, and you can buy yourself probably between 2 and 15 days, if you do it well enough, you guess, in order to preserve it properly for something huge. For a big project, that is. please make this monkey's corpse into a sail for a boat, because that's just too cool.
Absolutely.
I want new clothing. I've been wearing this druid weirdness. I need clothing of something that I have murdered.
That's true. I'm also
Well,
in
we
druid
got the
weirdness.
small monkeys for that.
As she like slips on old She's skull cap. Okay, sorry. Anyways, go ahead.
Ree, can you have more experience preserving meat than I do. Is there anything you can do with that? I can, dwarf, if you can do the fire, if we're careful, that could buy us a couple of days. The meat, probably, we're going to lose a lot of it. And beyond that, and I'm going to see, how accessible is it to get one of the tusks of this thing? For lack of a better word.
Of the big one?
Oh yeah.
So both of the bottom tusks, which were the very large ones, were shattered out of its head. But
Yeah, I fucked those up pretty good.
yes, but the two canines, which come from the top down, are still there. Go ahead and give me a survival check if you want to try to knock one out, because it's not super difficult, but it's way more difficult than if you were like, working on a dog or something.
Yeah, I'm trying to see what kind of trophy I can take from this thing, because that's what she does.
I guess I'll
Great.
play lookout.
Hold this thing's skull for me while I get this.
Okay, I guess I'm doing that.
Okay, then go ahead and roll with advantage.
Don't get lost in there as like the
Oh,
mouth
hell
opens
yeah.
up.
Holy shit! Wow. Yeah. Okay.
Let's
Well.
go.
Okay. Let me
I've been in my element this entire encounter.
No shit. Let me rephrase the question with a question. What the fuck do you want as your trophy? You want a monkey brain? You want a monkey eyebrow? You want a monkey eye? I don't give a fuck. You take what you want from it.
The teeth will laugh.
Yeah, I mean, and it's got like its canines are huge. They are literally taller than you. They're that fucking big because this thing was a dire version of itself. So yes, you take what you want. If you're going to take a single canine, they weigh. Well, let me ask you this: how much do you weigh?
I am not very heavy. I weigh 45 pounds.
So they weigh 21 pounds each canine. They're fucking massive. All right, on that note, so at this point, Bofer has walked over to... Who? Oh. So Bofer has walked over to Ree at this point and has handed Ree a small blade and said, so are you okay with, like, skinning the inside of this thing if I give you this blessing?
Skinning the inside of this thing?
Well,
oh,
yeah.
You mean the pelt?
Yeah, to like cure it,
Oh.
right? Isn't that what she said she wanted?
Yeah, I can do that. I made this dope ass pelt out of rat. I mean, I could probably make a dope ass pelt out of a fucking giant monkey.
It's a pretty cool monkey. It's a big monkey.
Fucking giant monkey.
So Bofer, he reaches over the short blade, and as he invocates and touches it, you see his gauntlet kind of like go into this searing red. And then as that touches it, the entirety of the blade bursts into flames. And he says, "Oh no, you're okay. It's magic. It's magic. It ain't natural. It ain't gonna hurt you. You're in control. You're in control, Ree. It's okay. It's okay. Look, you've got about an hour to torch the inside of this thing if you want to do it. If not, I'll take it. It's okay."
Okay, all right. It's just a blade that's on fire. Right?
Yeah. It's about the size of a short sword.
Okay, all right. I think it should be okay. I don't like it though.
All right, go ahead and give me a survival check. I was gonna make you make it with advantage because it is on fire, but because I know you are terrified of fire, you're gonna make it a straight roll.
That's fair. Survival, you said?
Yes, please.
So while Reed's doing that, Aurora's gonna strap the tooth onto her back like she would a quarterstaff, and it's obviously the weight. She's not moving as fast as her little legs were taking her before, and that wasn't very
Barely
fast.
anything.
She's moving like Beaufort has for most of the past like 6 months.
Pretty fucking slow. Okay, so yeah, as you strap everything up, you see Ree going to work, and actually with a survival of 18 is just fucking perfect. Torches the entirety of the inside of the giant ape pelt, and then also has access, if you want, to do at least 2 of the smaller apes pelts within the time frame of this hour. She's moving a little bit slower because she's very clearly terrified of this fire, but she pulls herself together and on a very professional level manages to torch all of the fat off and all of the remainder of the flesh.
The whole time she's just like making that like, I don't like it, I don't like it, I don't like it, I don't like it.
And in a very Beaufort fashion, as you are doing that and kind of like freaking out over it, just begins to pray, the quote-unquote Moradinian rosary over you as you are doing it and giving you blessings the whole way.
When Aurora's got the tooth strapped to her back, she's gonna look. And she's gonna watch for a second, and then decent work. Which is, is about as complimentary as she ever gets.
Thanks, I'm freaking out.
So, you had me help you getting the tooth, right? I just want to make sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
Whoever was closest to her at that point, she would have just looked at them and told them to hold the skull, taken her dagger, popped it into that, like, between the tooth and the gum, and like, just, again, far too practiced of a movement.
Yep, and she does. She retches it out. She pulls that that blade up in there and just begins to yank back and forth, full body movements with her small amount of weight, and eventually you hear this sickening like as the tooth kind of pops loose, and she pulls it out, root and everything, just kind of dangling there, and she's like,
better than our troop's dentist. Than my troop's dentist.
She's gonna give Gray what is either a very pleased with herself or a very threatening smile, 50-50. And then she's gonna just take a look at the tooth, make sure that it's not damaged, cracked. She didn't damage it at all, which I'm gonna assume with the nat 20 I probably didn't. Yeah. Did you want one, Bard?
Oh, I'm okay.
Suit yourself.
Could you grab me one of the molars?
I think
What
you
was
broke
that?
those.
The big tooth and one of the big guys in the back. Could you grab me one of those guys while you're in there? If you don't mind.
Certainly.
Nice.
all right, go ahead and make another survival check for me. Do it with advantage to try to pop a molar out. Molars are they're deep.
Yeah, thankfully I've got a few options there. Oh my god. This is just my...
Jesus Christ, another nat 20? I mean, yeah, fuck. How many fucking teeth do you want, dentist cat? Doctor cat, sorry. Dentists are dentists, but on a lower tier than most doctors, so.
She's gonna pop a couple of the molars and just kind of gently toss them towards Reef.
So yeah, as she's doing so, I mean, they're literally as big as she is. They're fucking massive. But
She's probably not tossing them towards Ree then, but
rolling them over.
Here's the thing, though. The majority of the molars themselves are almost completely rotted through. There is still structure to the molar itself, but this is an ape that has been around for a very, very, very long time, and obviously they don't have dental care, so they are rotted, they're busted, but they are intact, as intact could be.
Like, does it look like they're cohesive, coherent, together enough to make a hammer out of one of them?
Oh, ooh, fuck, that's a good question. That is, hey, hang on.
Mouse power.
Just want a big molar hammer.
Very cool. Rat pelt, molar hammer.
I'll tell you what. Make an intelligence check for me. But do it with advantage because you are a master of weaponry, of weird fucking weaponry. Okay, I'll take the 14. So as you get, so she pops out 3 of the 4 molars because the 4th just will not fucking budge unless it fractures into pieces. As she tosses them out, you do find one chunk that is like, yo, if I can cut around the rot, this would be the perfect size for a big ol' fuck you hammer.
Nice. How heavy are one of these teeth?
So a tooth is gonna be 20 pounds. And then obviously you can chisel it down from that. This one is rotted. If you wanted to try to chisel it down, you can give me a strength check. And then, are you looking to make it just like a warhammer?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. 16, perfect. Yeah, you break it down into a 4-pound chunk, which you know then you can create into a 2-pound warhammer head. So you get a 4-pound chunk of dire ape tooth, which is honestly nothing I ever anticipated saying ever in Dungeons and Dragons.
You're welcome yet again.
Yes, I mean, this is awesome.
Do I sincerely hope this ape direct is special value?
As everyone's chiseling its teeth out of its head, like, I can make it a fucking hammer.
I might as well use all the parts.
That as Aurora rolls out the teeth.
Exactly. We waste nothing. And if the druids have a problem with us returning it to nature, then we can turn them into fertilizer too. Circle of life and all that.
Bofer kind of laughs. He's like, oh, wait a minute. Wait, are you suggesting if they're upset about us carving up their monkey, we're going to kill every fucking druid in that grove? Because, I mean, I'm confident in myself, but I don't know about all that.
Yeah, I mean, we did see the Archdruid literally tear a cow in half like it was fucking, like it was paper.
Fear aside,
Fucked up shit.
And what? It took us 25 seconds or so to put this thing down?
I'm not interested in killing a bunch of druids.
Yeah, I don't want to kill a druid.
Neither am I.
Bofer does nod at that thought, and you see him kind of run the math, and he goes, oh, we did take down that monkey in about 27 seconds, so... But no, you're right, though. We should not go a-murdering.
No, they have been very gracious. I happen to like being alive, but I also don't think this will be as much of a problem as we think. Apparently, as long as y'all don't go snorting druid spores again, we shouldn't have a problem.
And that kind of does like bring me back around to my original question before about the Archdruid. I know, maybe he's not actually possessed, but what if like he does become possessed? Like, what the fuck do we do then? You know,
we put him down.
We'd have to at that point, and that would be his order.
But he's a fucking Archdruid, man. Like he'd smear us.
Bofer says, to be honest with you, I have a sneaking suspicion. if this gentleman comes to the same end that all of these weird purple-veined bastards came to, we're going to need to get out of this grove real fast. And we're going to have to go to one of the capital cities. My suggestion is Helmcar, but, you know, I'm a little racist, so I accept that. But we need to get to a capital city and say, yo, we've got a problem. There's this vessel from deep space that crashed into a druid grove. It's turning all the druids crazy. And then they're going to, hopefully, cross our fingers and hope to not die, muster an army, and march their asses straight here and torch the whole grove to the ground. I mean, that's the worst case scenario, right?
Yeah, best case would be that we get an answer on how to fix it from our watery friend.
That's true. And worst case scenario, well, yeah, but if the grove is compromised, how the hell are we going to contact him? I can't speak to him.
That's what I'm saying, yeah. I mean, like, he has control of, like, all that shit. And then, like, we're just going to be, like, stuck in his fucking forest forever.
I feel like Xavier would have a way. I feel like if we needed to, we could contact Xavier and we could ask him if he has a way. Let's. I mean, yes, we should plan, but let's get through our current objective first. And
well,
go
I'm
from there.
also certain that this wouldn't be the only pool of being able to reach out in the world.
Right. It doesn't. It seems like it's a common enough thing.
Well, so being able to reach out to the planes, it is like I can prepare a spell that can reach out to the planes. The problem is it's the equivalent of me trying to reach out to Xavier on this plane, which is easy enough, but I only get about 25 words before the spell nixes itself. And if I try to reach out to another plane of existence, there's a chance that the whole thing fails because it's trying to travel through dark space. So, it's a little bit difficult. But I can tell you right now, and he kind of looks at Gray and he points, he says, Gray, I'm hoping you can back me up on this one, bud. But there are magic items out there that can allow you to speak to other planes of existence. We just might have to track them down. That's my thought anyways. And then, Gray, go ahead and give me an Arcana check.
Yeah.
I got you. Fucking Boo Boo make me play his goddamn character.
That is a 20.
20. Yeah, and what Beaufort's saying is exactly true. Yeah, like the sending spell has limits as far as cross-planner travel, but there are plenty of magic items out there. There's scrolls, wands, potions, artifacts like what you guys have seen with the Pool of the Planes that can easily allow you to speak to other planes of existence.
Okay, so that's not our only way to get a hold of our boy.
Yeah, I've heard of some scrolls, items here and there, mainly from some crazies in towns we came across.
Well, shit, if they're crazy that has access, I mean...
Yeah, but why are they crazy?
What? Okay, hold on now. I ain't interested in going all cuckoo because I read a scroll the wrong way, but...
yeah, that's what I'm worried about.
But it is, it's possible. I could do that. That could happen anyways. If I try to cast a scroll that, wizards are proficient in, but I'm not, there's a good chance that I go nuts. Mm-hmm. Or become a wizard, and that is even a more terrifying prospect, to be honest with you.
Hang on, that you would have had me read that scroll? I could have just lost my mind?
Yes, that was a... Well, to be fair, that was a possibility, and that... Look, honestly, Aurora, that was a risk I was willing to take to try to bring myself back so that I could futuristically help you and bring you back, which I failed at.
Some of you may die.
Clearly, this is all part of the
sacrifice I am willing to make.
Go ahead, continue. You're digging yourself a wonderful hole here.
Thankfully, it doesn't need to be too deep. All right, Vidor and Pushka. So we need to... no, on a serious note. Anybody's armor hurting right now? Anybody need me to give them a little tap-tap?
I mean, I don't wear any armor, so I'm good.
You're still dropping links behind you when you walk.
He kind of looks down and around. Oh, shit. Yep. All right. Well, I'll go ahead and repair that as we walk then. Does anybody know where we need to go for this Vidor Pushka situation? I think it was up to the northeast, right?
I believe so.
Yeah, just keep on keeping on northeast. Yeah, maybe. I mean, the woods will show us the way, right?
Oh, you know what? That's right. But you want to take the riverbed? Oh, actually, you know what? Fuck the riverbed. I don't want to be at a low elevation and have somebody shooting down at me. You all want to go up top?
Yeah, all right. Let's
Yeah,
do that.
I'd rather have the high ground.
Okay, so we're going to the Beastkeeper's Sanctum.
That's the anticipation.
All right, why are we still wanting to do this instead of just leaving this Hell Grove?
Oh, because we want to make sure these nasties are all fucking gone. I mean, or at least maybe find some answers as to how to cure this shit.
Well, more than that, we already told Nightbreeze that we'd take care of the situation for him. If we don't hold up our end of the bargain and he let us look into that pool of the plains, he's going to tear us in half. He's going to turn into a tree person and tear us in half.
Yeah, fuck that.
I mean, that's if he catches us, but all right.
How do you think you think we're going to get through 35 miles of woods, of his woods that he controls every tree? I mean, look, if you got another way out, Aurora, I'm not going to lie to you. I'd love to hear it right now, because if we can fly the fuck out of here, I'm out.
Yeah, why not just ask Xavier if he can do whatever he did to get us here?
I can't
Minus the death part.
Here's the thing. I don't have a sending spell prepared for today. My dumbass thought we were going to be fighting things, so I just got all sorts of fighting and spiritual weapons and revivifies, which I can't cast anymore because I'm out of that circle of power and cure wounds. I can identify something if you need to, but I'm out of... I can't do it. Not today.
All right, so to the Beastkeeper Sanctum then.
I'm sorry. I fucked up.
No, I mean, we're all alive this time.
Right.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Actually, big thank you to you, Aurora. I saw you when I was standing up on that ledge there, and I saw that big ass ape pop through the trees and start throwing brush around like it was nothing. I saw you pop out of that little dire fern and start shooting the shit out of that sumbitch. And let me tell you something, you got some good shots on him. I mean, I saw you shoot him in the throat 3 times in a row. And he flinched like it was nothing. And I don't know who the hell hit him when he crumpled up his arm like that, but he looked like a T-Rex. You ever see one of them little dinosaurs when they pop their arm up like that? They can't control it really all that well. It's pretty impressive. You never see... Oh, tell me y'all been to the jungle. You ain't never seen a
I don't think that.
We gotta go south, my friends. We gotta go south. That's all I'm saying.
What the fuck are you
Sounds like
talking
good
about?
hunting.
Dinosaurs?
Oh, yeah. You never even heard the tales of them? They're everywhere down south in the jungles. All right, well, plans for after we're done with this.
All
right, let's go ahead and move ourselves north then, shall we?
Yeah.
I think that's a good idea.
All right, so,
Before we start moving, I want to
Yes.
do my awareness.
Yes, absolutely.
So she's going to, and I'm going to expend a first level slot for that, which I don't love that's taking my spell slots, but she's going to pause and crouch and put a hand on the ground, and if anyone says anything while she's doing that, she's just going to shush them and focus.
Okay. So, what you feel when you open your senses is the following. Actually, remind me, what can you feel?
Aberrations, celestials, dragons, elementals, fae, fiends, undead. Not locations, not number. I just know which are present within like a mile. And I know they're
So the only thing you sense are dragons.
Okay. How far are we from the camp where I did my last sensing of things? Or from the heart of the grove?
So you guys were 9 miles from that point.
Okay. Because the last time I did it, I got celestials, dragons, and fae.
Correct. Which, and if I'm not mistaken, you've done that once before as well to the east when you guys were kind of dealing with the turtle situation.
And I got aberrations, dragons, elementals, and fae.
Yes. So just kind of, I mean, I know you're an
Before
intelligent.
that, I got fae and fiends.
Correct, and you're playing an intelligent character, so what that's kind of telling you is that the closer you get to the center sanctum, the more of these weird archetypes you're finding of creatures. Now that you've moved out, the only thing you sense is dragons, and it's just full stop, it's done.
Okay. So after she listens to the ground a little bit, she's just gonna say, "There's dragons near. Don't know where. Don't know how many.
How far is the camp from where we are?
9
I
miles."
guess the grove.
About 9 miles.
Okay.
And then she's gonna straighten like that was a completely fucking normal thing to say.
We've seen her do it a few times.
Yeah. But,
All right, so we're gonna go ahead and end here for tonight. But as you guys begin to move through the brush, Ree, go ahead and give me a survival check. If anybody's proficient in survival outside of Ree, you can make it with advantage.
I help.
There we go. Make it with advantage, please.
Because I can tell you where I was over the past day and a half to help navigate.
All right, so as you guys begin to traverse forward into the depths of the forest, you find yourself being led along a path that very clearly opens up to you. When you approach, you find and I will say for the sake of brevity, you guys find yourself literally just at the cusp of where you are right now. And in front of you, you see a series of creatures laid out. There are 2 wolves, which are located here and here. There is a series of vined bridges here, here, and here, with a massive tree which runs the northeastern side of what is this map that is completely closed off to you, save for what is obviously one large glaring opening. The creatures, these small ones that have these crazy mouths, appear to be creatures that look like this. They look crazed, mouths frothing, looking around, blinking, and making this almost borderline reverse yipping like, yeah! As you approach, you hear them. It seems to be making the 2 wolves, which are standing guard at one of the bridges, very uneasy. As they're looking around, their tail is tucked between their legs, and their ears are pulled back. We will end here for tonight and pick back up next week on Sunday.
Don't like those guys.
No.
Honestly, neither do I.
With Candace, I would like to refute them in the name of the Lord, please.
Oh shit. Okay, guys, we'll go ahead. We'll pause it here for this week. We'll pick up next week with literally right here. So just take some time to think throughout the week. You know what it is you might guys want to do progressing into this point. You have not been spotted, so the ball is kind of in your court. But with that being said,
the hunt continues.
I mean, isn't that great?
And hopefully, the rolls continue too, because that was the best I've rolled over the past 6 months.
Amazing rolls.
And they were rolls that like really mattered too. They were good rolls.
I think, just shy of 100 points of damage to that fucker.
Yeah, so in the first 3 rounds, you had done 57 points of fucking damage. And I was like, wow, this thing has 143 HP. Okay, well, fuck my boss.
He did a significant amount of damage to Ree for sure.
Oh.
If it wasn't for the rage.
He hit like a truck.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm
that was
so
the thing.
glad that
2
you
fists around with 3d10 each and a +9 to hit. It was, I mean, a giant ape is a no bullshit. Just so you guys are aware, it was a challenge rating, I believe, 11. But with 5 players at your level, it was still technically only a medium encounter. And you know what?
Really?
I saw that. It dropped a couple of you, but nobody died. Nobody had to be revivified. It was just, I mean, it was.
We took care of it better than I thought we would.
Yes,
to be honest.
absolutely.
Yeah.
You guys did a good job.
All right, guys.
Re-soaked damage, and I'm so fucking grateful for that because that thing could have one-shot just about anyone.
Yeah, that would
Also, Gray, I am shocked that you did not die like 3 rounds sooner.
I know, right? I was like, that girl's gonna drop me in one punch.
I was certain that was gonna happen too. Yeah. Yeah, we did.
Thanks, guys.
All right. Night, everybody.
Bye bye.